Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome back to Piercing the Crystal Veil. We hope you've enjoyed your time off, and we're glad to be back. Um, we apparently have some business to take care of. In other words, that if you enjoy what we're doing and you like watching us, you can subscribe, and there's little buttons that you can push somewhere on the screen.
Okay, so since Rick doesn't administer anything with YouTube,
Pretty much.
we're just going to start with like, subscribe, ring the bell. It'll let you know when we got stuff coming out. Leave us a comment as well. All right?
Absolutely. Listen to Mike. He knows what he's talking about since he sets all this stuff up. So,
It broke again. No.
well, that does happen too occasionally. So, last time they have made it. Finally, the party has made it into Melanor, and they got their first view of the land, and it's basically they saw mountains running out on either side, off to the north and to the south. As far as they could see, they were all, just engulfed in storms, electrical storms, very powerful storms around their peaks. Way to the south, they saw a majestic forest, way down to the north. It went into rolling hills, and they were going down a road out of the mountains. The temperature started picking up. They noticed, one of the curious things that they noticed when they finally crossed over into Melanor was that all of the people, the Bargazares and the Dragonborn that they'd been talking to that actually spoke common but was kind of broken and disjointed, all of a sudden they could all understand each other perfectly. Once they crossed over what they felt was, crossed over to Melanor, and they could tell there was a change. Okay?
Sorry, I must have eaten a burger or something. I'm hungry again.
They could tell there was a change, but they don't know what it. They don't understand it completely. They also notice they do feel a little different. They can tell they've moved into another realm, and it's not just they've moved into another realm like the temperature's different, even though it's different. Just something feels a little different. All of them feel something's a little off-putting. And they can't quite make it out, but it's one of those things that tugs at the back of your mind. You just kind of feel it, but you don't really think. Pretty soon, you don't think anything of it. So they're traveling down the road, and as they head down the pass, they see down at the base, they saw a small town, and then farther in the distance, they could see a city that kind of glistened a little bit, and they could tell there was some sort of body of water a little bit farther than that. And then there was a road that ran straight as an arrow due east, right from the base of the mountain, just right off into the heart of Melanor. So they traveled down the pass. The Bargazare caravan was plodding along. They were all very happy. They passed a lava pit. Morau's little crystal cat came alive for the first time, to her knowledge. For a little short period, and then was real sleepy and went back to being her little statuesque form. And they traveled on, and when they're moving into this little town that they would have been told by the Bargazares is Manat, there was a castle, a small keep actually, and on top of the keep they'd noticed a copper, shining copper thing, which they soon realized was a copper dragon. And as the caravan is passing this dragon and the castle, and they're heading on into Manat, all of a sudden this dragon is looking at the party and sees Morau. And his eyes get really big, and he just gets this big toothy dragon grin on his face, and he jumps into the air, and he spins around, swirls down, and he comes and lands with a thud, the classic Superman landing for a dragon, right in front of them, off to the side so it didn't crush any of the caravan, and looks at Morau and slowly shrinks into a human with coppery skin, dreadlocks, wearing kind of a mustard shirt with a greenish vest with patches all over it, blue pants, that kind of widen out at the bottom, sandals, and a rope belt. And he just looks at Ryan and says, "Hey, dude! What is happening? Wow! What in the heck are you?"
I don't like this guy.
What do you mean, what am I?
What are you?
What are you?
Well-
Never mind. I know what you are. We got that.
I'm Baranga. Welcome to
I'm Morale.
Morale and Morale. Hey! Wow! So, is that like really you, or did like some wizard or something do that to you? Or, I mean, you know,
This is me.
that's you. I mean, you're not a cat. You're
Born like this, but smaller.
Wow, that is so cool. And I mean, are there a lot more like you
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah.
Really? Because, I mean, like, dude, I have been here, well, it's only been a year or so I've been stationed here, but I've seen a lot of weird, not really weird people come through.
Saying
Most of the same
weird?
stuff, but, well, not
I think
weird.
he said
I'm so
weird.
sorry.
Saying
I
weird.
apologize for that. Sometimes I get ahead of
I mean, I know
myself.
I'm a little odd, but
But you're a cat person.
I am.
Yes.
I'm a tabaxi.
Is that what they call you? Tabaxi. That's not your name. That's
Yeah,
what you...
That's my people.
You're like a dwarf or you're a tabaxi. And there are a lot of you over
Oh
there?
yeah.
Okay. That is so cool. I can't wait to... That's one thing I love about this post. You never know what's going to come through. It is so cool. It is just really, really neat. And, yeah, okay. And these are your friends? I mean, y'all are just all caravan, right? Y'all just coming over? I mean, like... So... Well, I mean, I know the caravan's moving and everything, and so y'all got stuff to do, and they're going to talk to you and all that. But, like, man, can we have a drink? I'd love for y'all to buy me a drink later. Would that be cool?
Wait a minute.
Hang on.
What?
Why?
I'll buy you a drink.
Why
We're
would we
near
buy
here.
you
You
a
should be
drink?
buying us a drink.
Well, you know, you're kind of... But,
Do they come in kegs?
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
buy me a keg.
Bring you a keg?
Buy me a keg.
I'm just a soldier. Like, I mean, they don't pay us much. I mean, it's really, they don't pay us anything.
I can almost guarantee you're paid more than we are.
Well, I don't know about that. You're awful making big guarantees. You don't know.
I said almost guaranteed.
Almost, yeah. Oh, is that how you couch it? If you say almost, then no matter what you say after that, you don't have to.
So you're a soldier. These guys are soldiers too, right? And I point to the other caravan people that.
Well, yeah,
were-
but they pay them different.
So they outrank you then.
It doesn't really work that way. You know, I mean, it's not like
Dragons
that.
have hordes.
It's, man, like we're
Yeah,
like
you're right. You're right.
adventure-
He's probably kind of like, on the stingy side. I get it. Dragons have hordes. You want to keep all your gold for
Oh
yourself.
no,
That's
we won't
fine.
get a horde, man. One day I'll have a horde. One day I will have a horde. Oh, I can't wait. But that's a ways off, I'm afraid.
How
But-
old are you?
How old am I?
That is a pretty forward question,
I was
but
going
I
to say,
suppose.
is that how, you know?
Well, listen, if your pay scales don't work the same as ours, maybe your etiquette isn't the same as ours.
Well, yeah, and that's obvious. I've learned that. I mean, I've had.
Yeah, that's
There's
a
a-
normal question where we're from.
Oh, it is. Well, how old are you?
I don't remember.
Well, you don't remember.
Yeah, she's
Usually,
sleep-
when you're really old, you don't remember that. You know,
She's
when you're
really
young,
old.
you usually remember how many months you are. You
Right,
know,
right.
like it's always funny when you're young. It's like I'm
38.
325 and a quarter. You know, I mean, but you're how old?
38.
38. Wow. You don't look a day over. I have no clue.
Well,
Man,
thanks.
this is cool though. Yeah, I want to find out more about you. Yeah, and y'all got some good stories.
Yep.
I always love a good story. I don't know that, but I might be able to hook you up with some Lenweed. Man,
Cade's already.
Now that does sound kind of like a good time.
Okay, you buy me a drink. I'll
Catnip?
talk to my buddy and see if we can hook you up with some, some Lenweed, because
This
that's
is-
one thing I've learned is people come from, they don't know about Lenweed.
This is a buddy, right? Not like a dealer per se.
Oh, what do you mean a dealer? What the heck is that?
You're gonna make us pay.
Well, usually that's
I
how
get
it
it.
works
So
here.
we have to pay you for a drink, and we have to pay you for this Lenweed, and this sounds like a scam.
Dude, I'm a soldier. I can't scam people.
So am I. The pointy end goes in here.
For me, the pointy end is usually right here. And usually it's swallow. But, hey, so I'll tell you what, when you
No.
get done... Oh, shut up. Y'all have filthy, filthy minds.
You're on the other end of this one.
So, okay, man, okay. So, when y'all get done and you get all settled in or whatever, head over to the Passing Flame, okay? Great little tavern.
Got it. Avoid the passing flame.
No, that's the Passing Gas. Don't go there. That place is a stink hole, okay? You want to go to the Passing Flame.
You mean like
Okay.
him?
So are you saying canonically that is a place in this town?
It is now.
Because let me tell you one thing that we
We're gonna
can
chase the-
guarantee we're gonna do now.
We're gonna chase the stink hole.
Well, I'm telling you what.
Here's this place with all the nice, friendly people. Here's the seedy joint.
No. The
With all the
seedy
stink
joint.
weed.
The seedy
We're
joint
going over there.
is the Passing Flame. And I'm telling you, if the Passing Flame meets the Passing Gas, that's an
Boom.
explosive situation. Okay? So, y'all, but, okay, when you're done, all right, everything will be cool, yeah? And I'll
Yeah.
see y'all there. Y'all can tell me what you're about and who you are. And, I mean, I love a good story, right? Who doesn't like a good story? So, yeah, So we'll see in a bit. They'll keep you for a while, I'm sure. And so anyway, he kind of walks off and just, he's kind of standing there watching you. And he's been walking with you while the caravan's been going on. And, he just kind of waves to you. And y'all are cruising along. And Arena actually she kind of knows this copper dragon a little bit, okay? And she's, but anyway. So, the caravan is cruising along, and all of a sudden, as you're going to town, you can see the town. It's, just a typical town, but over to the right, you see kind of warehouses, and you can see a stables, and the halflings are... You can see halflings in the stables, and you can see basically the road takes a right turn. And on the left part of the road, you see dwarves, and you see kind of their warehouse and facilities. And on the right, you see the Bargazairs facilities. And they are even a little farther away. One thing you notice is that the dwarves' facilities all look really new. Okay? I mean, they look really new. The Bargazairs facilities look like they've been there quite a while. Okay, and the caravan turns off, and you're cruising along, and it starts making its way back into the warehouses, and you can see there's Dragonborn, and you notice that there's Malak soldiers back there. It's not an overwhelming presence, but you kind of pull up to a stop, and Pole and Mosul come walking up, and those are the two halflings that were real friendly to you, okay, before the young ones. And they're like, Arena! Hey, greetings! You made it! You survived! That is so good!
You too.
Yeah, man! Did you have fun? Was that the experience for
Yeah,
you?
sure.
Did you-
Cold.
Yes! Oh, I know, it is so cold. Well, actually, it's not so cold for us, but we know it's cold for you guys, for y'all. It's just not good, But we don't mind so much. But your goat, how did he go? Did he ride his goat? We didn't get to see,
I did not see the splendor of the goat rider, no.
Oh, man.
Maybe
No,
another
I
time.
yelled at him. He didn't do anything, and that was that. He wasn't funny.
He didn't faint.
This goat is not going to faint. I don't know why that is even a good thing. If my steed fainted underneath me, I'd be
funny.
ashamed that I even ride such a creature. It's funny.
It's funny.
It is quite humorous.
Is it now? It is. There are many things.
What is a
about-
world without laughter?
Well, I agree. We get not much laughter for many, many, many generations.
So if a goat can make you laugh, hey, go for it.
I don't see what's funny about that. There are many things that make me laugh.
It's not so much the goat itself falling, but when you can make that goat fall over and he's sitting on top of it, then you get the comedy.
I see. So
You know, kind of how you laughed at him when he couldn't ride the horse.
yeah.
It's very similar to that moment.
I see. So when people hurt themselves or do something stupid,
Yes.
that is funny.
Yes.
It is. I guess it is the same here. No, for
It
the
could
most
be,
part.
but the Bargazet take riding a little more seriously. than
Yes. We don't laugh when.
that.
Well,
Riding is not a joke. Not really.
no. We. Oh, my bull fell off horse. And I won.
If
That
it-
was funny.
If it
Yes.
happens, it's funny. But
You know, well, no, nobody gets hurt. At least just a little. Just a little. So, you have to, they're going to, well, Rena can tell you, but you're going to have to go be debriefed and stuff. So, that is what they say. They would, everything is so formal with the Derakaka that, so I don't know, you still have to fill out forms or any of that kind of stuff, but in a minute they'll take you to a building and they'll make you whatever they call it. It's called debrief, I believe. Okay. But anyway, we're going to go tidy up, clean up a little bit, check on our horses, see some friends, and so maybe we catch up with you later. Where there is a nice inn in town. You could go there. There's the Fancy Dragon. It's pretty nice. But
Now, we have been invited to the Passing Gas. Sorry, Passing Flame.
I was going to say the Passing Gas. Who would want to go there? That is, yeah. The Passing Flame. That is where we usually go. We probably go later. It is good. But the two inns that again we don't have to, but the inns that I've heard that people enjoy is the Settlers Rest. Okay, it has been a long time. Been here many generations. Very nice place. There's a new place called the Fancy Dragon, which is new. No character. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever you want. Whatever. It is up to you. But in the meantime, we will see you. We will see you later. Okay. So.
I've already forgotten the first one's name, so I think we're staying at the Fancy Dragon.
Settlers Rest.
There we go. Somebody got it.
So, they are pulling the caravans in and, starting to, move the horses, and you can see humans and dragonborn and halflings are starting to unload some of the cargo. The Bargazares are undoing the horses, and they're leading them back into the stables. The humans and some of the dragonborn are basically coming, and they're going to start unloading the wagon. And the battle wagon stops, and next to it is another wagon that has it almost looks like a copper coffin in the back, okay? And you didn't really notice it before because it was kind of covered, with a cloth. And they pull it out and set it down and open it up, and inside it's full of crystals. It's just lined with crystals. And there's this copper sheeting all around the outside. And they open it up, and you see a blue crystal man climb out of it. And roll me a
Was it the
perception.
same one that went down during the fight?
Possibly. Everybody roll me a perception.
I got a 9.
That's typical. Did you roll a 2?
18.
18?
8.
8. Okay. Yes, it is the same
Okay.
one that was in the fight. And he climbs out, and a couple of Dragonborn, are helping him up, and you can see that he still looks kind of weak. And he takes him by the Dragonborn, take him by the hand, and they lead him off into an office, and they're talking amongst themselves. And so Arena would probably Arena she basically bids adieu. She's got to go take care of things. She doesn't know if she's going to be able to join you at the Passing Flame.
Don't know if I'll join you. I may try, but I'm weary from my travels. I would like to rest. It was a pleasure traveling with you, babysitting you. You weren't bad.
Bye.
Thanks.
Cade looks at himself and goes, I know I'm small, but damn.
You're not small to her.
Babysitting?
Well, okay, it seems like they have the perception that people of our world are weak-ish. And your antics on the horses didn't totally help.
And their goat that they tried to supply you.
Okay, so I'm not the best at writing stuff.
That's all right. We'll show
I
them
can't.
what for.
My job is take the pointy end of this and put it into a bad guy.
Okay.
So, Salada, you see Salada, the Dragonborn that was kind of like, your drill sergeant. He walked in. He comes walking out of the office over there, and he comes walking over towards you. And, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all fare okay?
Yeah, one piece. Well, 3 pieces.
3 pieces. Yeah, and your friend, he's up and he heading into the office. The wizard
Yeah, it
guy.
seems like he got kind of sick on the journey.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's got some documents or something. I don't know. He's got something going on that he's talking to my boss and trying to, from what I can tell, book passage into Malak. He's like all hell bent getting on to Malak for some reason. You know what he's about?
No, we just kind of
We
met him.
kind of met him kind of right before we met you, in fact.
Don't really know him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what. He seems all important. Seems like he thinks he's very important too. His business is very important.
You know, those hoity-toity types.
Hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity.
The heck is that?
Say that with an accent.
Hoity-toity. Y'all never surprise me. We got one of these sayings. What exactly does that mean? If I use it, I want to make sure I use it right.
High
It's
and
like
mighty.
highfalutin, like
Highfalutin.
fancy.
That's what I know.
Fancy.
Fancy. Okay. All right. Fancy. Hoity-toity. Hoity-toity.
Thinks he's
Cool.
better than everyone.
Yeah, so next time
Kinda
I'm
like
over
you.
in Fey Run, I can throw that out with crap shit or whatever that. Ape crap. Was that it?
No, you had crap shit. That one was right. that's the one.
Yeah.
You address royalty with that
I
one.
know. I can't believe I just cussed on our show. Damn it. Had to be me, didn't it? All right.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. There we go.
Downhill from here.
That's right.
The seal has
All
been
right.
broken.
It's all
We
ape
do
crap
have that.
from
We do
here.
have that explicit button tagged, right?
Yes, everything that goes out says 18 or older.
I know, but we do a really good job. And I guess mostly because we really don't cuss that much. As far as you know, anyway. So, anyway, y'all did well. Arena told me y'all fared really well, and you didn't have any trouble with them, right?
I'm not there.
I didn't. You haven't left yet. You're about.
Oh,
to
I
leave.
haven't.
You walked
Oh
up, yeah.
no, they were just fine. No trouble. Competent warriors.
Yeah, that's good. I was impressed the way y'all handled my soldiers in the testing grounds. That was good. I didn't figure you'd have any trouble, but you never can be too careful. I've got a good record of getting y'all over here alive. So, and are y'all gonna be going back too?
Probably at some point.
All right.
I don't really know when. That has not been revealed to me in the grand plans as of yet.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Because I haven't leveled yet. See, if I leveled, then I know what was going on. But since I
Definitely.
haven't leveled yet,
Definitely not leaving until I find what I came here looking for. So,
well, I hope you find what you're looking for. I hope y'all all find what you're looking for. But if you do come back this way, you're welcome to join my caravan again. I will speak highly for you.
Thank you.
So that's always good, and they'll probably tell you that. But for the next 2 weeks, y'all are deputized Malak soldiers. Okay, actually, not really soldiers. They don't give you that classification, but those little pendants, those little dragon figurines they gave you. Okay, hang on to those because they can come in handy. And anyway, I got other things to attend to, but you see that building over there, and he points to a wooden structure. It looks fairly new, and you can see that there's a red swan on a pendant hanging next to the door. And he said, well, this is the Red Swan Company, and the caravans that go back and forth, and so you need to go in there and be debriefed, as they say.
is debrief your language for paid?
They'll take care of that too. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, we take care of our own. And right now, y'all are one of our own. So,
I go to Red Swan, I suppose. Yeah.
y'all go in there, talk to them, put in a good word. Anyway, y'all just do your thing. And Arena, good seeing you. Thank you for taking care of these munchheads,
Always my pleasure.
Very good. I'm sure you want to clean up, so.
Yes.
All right. So he turns and he, walks off, and he walks over to one of the, the battle wagon. He starts talking to some of the Bargazares. And you can see that there were, some other folks that had gone in and come back out. And you head on over to the Red Swan office, and you walk up to the door and you look in, and you see basically there's an old man sitting at a desk over in a corner, and then there's a dragonborn sitting, behind a desk, and he's got a red swan. He's wearing a brown overcoat, and he's got a little red swan on it, and he looks up and he says, "Y'all looking for something? Sound just like Solana."
So weird. You sound exactly like Solana.
Y'all looking for something?
We've been
Try
told to-
country. Throw a little country in it.
We've
You'll
been
be
told
alright.
to debrief.
I'm telling you. Are you looking for someone?
We've been told to debrief here.
Well, Pilgrim, come on in and set yourself down. And
Go back to the original.
I'm digging this character.
I am too. Keep it up.
Well, all right then.
It's got just a hair of Forrest Gump in it.
I got a confused John Wayne Dragonborn.
That's right. Come into my little Ponderosa here and tell me what you've been doing. So, so anyway, come on in.
We are, in fact, inside.
Y'all got your tokens that we gave you?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, I see. And he takes one of them, and he, sets it down, and he opens up a drawer, and he pulls out a crystal, and he kind of waves it over the token, and then he sets it back into the drawer, and he gives it back to you. And he takes yours, and he does the same thing.
I'm going to get obnoxiously close while he's doing that, being very curious as to what he's actually doing.
Yes,
What are you doing?
I'm just
Checking for
waving this
authenticity.
crystal over
Why?
this Because that's what I do.
For what?
Just
What does it do?
it just changes the complexion of the crystal a little bit
To what?
to be a little bit different.
Why?
Because you finished your mission, and now you can get paid.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay,
please.
I'm good. Yeah. Where's that?
And he sets the crystal back in the
still, I'm
book.
Cade's still looking at the pendant, confused.
It's like signing your check.
Check.
Don't
We're
worry about
speaking
it. It's
in his language,
Oh,
so he
yeah.
understands
I see.
what's going on.
Okay.
Start shaking it. Did you break it?
No, it's good. It doesn't look any
Taste it.
different than it did a second ago.
Now he's really confused.
So he says, "Now, I need you to tell me what your experience was like, and did you feel like you had been trained well enough? Do you feel like you knew what you were
trained by
doing?"
Trained by who?
I mean, we kind of came prepped for the journey ourselves.
Last I checked, we kicked the crap out of the guys that we were auditioning against.
You kicked the crap out of them?
Yeah, we beat them soundly
I see.
to the point where our recruiter stopped the fight before we could kill them.
Well, that's just normal.
I'm just saying we won. All right.
We would have stopped the fight before they killed
Our
you,
point
too.
is, your people didn't train us. We were ready to go. Yes, we have been trained, and we experienced a peaceful journey in which
Until it
we
wasn't.
attempted one battle against a giant and some frost demons or something, and we beat them.
These guys with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're good. We're that good.
Oh, the Frogizers.
Yeah.
Frogizers, yeah.
Yeah,
Those guys.
those guys.
Yeah, okay. And a giant.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
You don't always see giants on the journey, occasionally,
It's all right,
but
we took care
that's
of 'em.
challenging. Oh, y'all took care of them. Very good. So I'm to put down that y'all defeated the giant.
I
Well,
was
we
in the back of the
assisted.
caravan. The giant was in the front of the caravan.
we
So
were,
y'all-
we
I
were
just
a
dealt
part
with
of a
the people
fight
that
that
were
involved a
Assisted.
giant.
And
We
Because
survived.
accuracy, it's important to be accurate.
We survived
What?
the assault of the giant
Right.
unscathed.
Now let me tell you, there was this blue crystal-looking guy. He didn't
Yeah.
make it.
no, he did. I healed
It was
him.
bad.
He made it. I healed him.
You healed him.
Healed him.
Oh,
He did.
He's not dead.
Well, last time I checked, he was dead. But
We literally saw him get out of a coffin.
a coffin.
was that the same guy?
Yeah.
I failed my perception check.
Well,
Well, he was dead. He was in the coffin, right?
Well, that was probably Ray Lucia that you saw, and I assure you, he's not dead. That would not have been good at all. But so you fought the Froggers and a giant, and what else? Anything else that you encountered?
there was like a pond made of lava.
Oh, you mean when you came in?
The
Yeah.
hot
Oh,
springs.
okay. Well,
I saw my kitty there.
yeah, that's the just regular features. And for my report, what are you, my dear?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I've got a human and
Nope.
no. Oh, half elf.
Yep.
Okay, I got a half elf. Sorry, got a half elf,
Ooh.
and well, the beard fooled me. you
Yeah.
know.
Reasonable, but the ears should have been a dead giveaway.
Well, yes, you know, but you'd be surprised who people come in here with those little,
Slightly malformed.
stick-on ears, and you know.
They got tails tied
You're
around
not a
them, too.
Bargazare.
It's a
You're not a
halfling.
mega halfling. Yeah, that's what they call them over there. Okay.
Just a really short human.
But I don't have a category for you.
Get it?
Category. Are you being
Oh,
funny?
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Oh man, I'm gonna have to tell the boys about that one tonight.
So you're telling me she's the first one over?
Yeah.
The
She's a-
first one.
She's a
And it
whatchamacallit.
begins. I apologize to all
Write
of
that
our
down. She's a
listeners.
whatchamacallit.
Oh, whatchamacallit. No, but I do. I mean, everyone that comes in, I gotta, keep a tab on and a tab on. Tabby.
She's called a Balrog.
A Balrog. Okay, I sure would hope y'all wouldn't be pulling one on me because I would not think that was funny at all. I would be perfectly disturbed.
You would be perturbed.
I would be.
To be perfectly honest,
Yes.
I'm a tabaxi.
A tabaxi. Isn't that someone brought some of that? It's like a really hot sauce.
No.
No?
I'm pretty hot.
Whoa.
Hey, if anybody's wondered why we haven't leveled up yet,
We refer to her as a succubus.
I see. All right, a tabaxi, which is just a cat person. Okay. All right. Is anything special we should know about you? Like you could turn into a goat or something, or a dinosaur? Or,
I scream at her.
I think.
this is more of a personal
That's
reaction.
conditioning.
All right. Well, everything checks out okay. Solana spoke for you, said you did a good job. And so go see my friend over here and he'll give you your wages. Are you going to be joining another caravan? What are your plans?
Well, we kind of felt.
I'm here to
drawn
recruit an army.
What? An army? What? Do
Really?
you know him?
As much as you do.
Let me give you another crystal here, sir. An army. What do you want to recruit an army for?
Well, sir, there's this little town that I came from, and the boss of the town needs to kick the crap out of another town. So I'm here to recruit an army. Can't do it around locally because then it would be bad. They would know what's happening.
Okay. I will just give you this warning. I wouldn't talk about recruiting an army over here. Okay?
Then how am I supposed to recruit an army?
Well, you're not going to do it here. Okay?
In the
There's
next town
one army in this area, and that's the Malik army. And any other armies.
How much do I have to charge them?
Now,
Well, if you can convince the Archduke that your cause is just, then
to be entirely
That's-
fair to
I
Cade,
like that.
he's
Can
currently.
I get a letter of introduction to the Archduke?
I don't think so.
To be fair to my friend Cade, he's currently part of the Malik army, and he's just recruiting.
You're recruiting for the Malik army.
Well, I didn't say that.
It's a fine line.
Now, if I put all this in my report,
He's trying to add this up.
if I put all this in my report, this could cause trouble for you.
Now, why do you
So-
have to report what we're here for?
We
We
tried-
told
Not
the
get your
guys
caravan safe?
We told you
Perfect.
guys on the other side what we were doing, and they didn't seem bothered.
Well, I'm on this side. I haven't gotten their reports yet. Okay, so I have to make my own reports.
I see.
We like to keep things orderly in Melanor.
Gotcha. Well, I
Okay.
mean, Cade, he's more making a bunch of new friends. He's got a friend back home, and he wants to bring people around him.
Sounds like he doesn't have the friends you're talking about are more enemies than friends. So I'm.
Friends is more of a general term here.
I
Well,
see.
I'll tell you what. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to talk to people.
Here's Mike.
Your persuasion.
Is that deception or persuasion? It's
He's
Either
Well,
way.
are you
deceiving him 'cause
intending
he's
to
saying
really
he's just
recruit an
gonna
army?
talk to
well,
them.
that's his entire purpose of being here.
Then it's deception.
Nat 20.
Really?
Sweet.
Okay. Well, I think he's a little bit of a comedian,
Yeah.
and
Fighting
I
goats and all
don't-
that. Yeah.
You know, he doesn't look like the kind of stature that I'm really too concerned about. And
Is that a short joke?
It was fairly short, yes. It
No,
was.
it wasn't really a joke either. It was more of
You know, you may be right. It's just-
And Miss
She's hopping up over the deck.
Miss
Brown.
That's trying to see.
Brown, you are here for.
I just felt a calling to come this way.
I see.
I can't really describe it. I feel like I needed to be here, and I just,
A calling.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Just that's acceptable. It's a wonderful place, and you did your duty to get over here, so that's acceptable. Don't go raising any ruckuses or anything,
Or armies.
or armies. Yes. Wait till they hear about that. And you, sir.
I'm just here touring the place. I just wanted to. I just like traveling. I used to range the mountains, and wanted to kind of see what Melanor. Is that right?
That is
what this
correct.
place is all about.
Okay.
It's more intrigue than anything else.
Okay. Fantastic. Like a tourist visa.
Sure.
Okay. All right. And we give you a work visa for raising an army.
Thank you!
Wait, does he really? He signs off on that. Like,
Holy crap.
All right.
Look, I got this paper. It says yes.
It says I can raise an army. Look, are you want to join my army now? So anyway, he says, all right, well, you're good to go. Enjoy your time in Melanor. Keep your noses clean. You'll have no trouble. And Bethesda will pay you. The 20 gold, I think, is what you're due. Did you get 5 gold on the other side?
did we? Oh yeah, to
We
buy
got outfitting
gear.
gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes we give, if you've been severely injured, we sometimes compensate you a little bit more, but looks like you did.
I start
Oh,
walking
my
with a
pancreas!
I'm highly emotionally scarred.
PTSD? we don't recognize that.
Cade falls to the floor. Where's my performance roll? No.
I love how we all.
This one was mauled by a bear.
He was.
He actually
I'll vouch
died.
for that, yeah. I brought him
That's
back.
true, he did. That's a fair point.
But he looks fine now.
Right?
We had to expend excessive healing energies.
I see. All right, so y'all get your money. And you're free to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay behind for just a brief moment.
Okay.
I'll meet you guys at the Passing Flame.
Passing gas.
Which one are we going to? We should probably decide that now, because I'm.
What time of day is it?
It's late afternoon. You know.
So you probably want to go to the
I can sleep anywhere. so-
Sailor's Rest or whatever it is.
The Settlers Rest.
Settler's Rest.
I can sleep anywhere, honestly. As long as there's a sunbeam in a corner, I'm good. It's
They
really not.
probably have that at the Passing Flame.
So, passing flame?
Yeah, I'll meet you guys there.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, let's go get you your keg.
So I wanted to stay behind to ask him a couple of questions leading into why I'm really there.
Okay. Yes, can I? More I can help you with?
Yeah, so I'm looking for people that might know how to find things. Honest people that might know how to kind of. I'm looking for some particular stuff while I'm here. Does that make sense?
Sure. So you have a particular. You came here to find this stuff?
Yeah, well, it's more like particular sites that I want to see.
Okay, such as.
Well, I'm looking for. There was a person that came over a while back, about closer to when you first, our worlds first kind of joined together. And I'm kind of looking for them while I'm here.
In our worlds, we didn't actually start the caravans for some time.
No, I know that.
So people didn't really come over here at that.
Not willingly.
Captured?
In the process of collision,
Well,
I lost somebody.
Okay.
body and all.
Now I'm just kind of a soldier. You understand?
Yeah. No, I'm just kind of hoping you might know. Maybe is there a temple of good-natured folk that I could go talk to that maybe they have some insight or some form of deity they could pray to for guidance. Anything like that would be helpful.
Well, there's the Heart of Marina.
Okay, who's Marina?
Marina, that's it's a group of, it's kind of a temple, if you call it that. We don't have temples.
Is
But,
Marina like a deity?
Yes, was.
Was.
Yeah, I don't. You probably have to talk to someone more. I don't understand all that. I just know that it's a was. But there, Lastimus is a town, up the road a ways, about a day's journey, and Marina is outside of that town. I know that they're renowned healers, and that the temple is renowned for its healing properties, and I think they do other things there too. But that's what I know. I've had soldier friends that have been sent there and have recovered miraculously.
Interesting. And what was the name of that town again?
Lastimus is the name of the town, but it's the Heart of Marina.
Lastimus?
Lastimus. But I'm not the person to really talk to about the kind of things you're asking. I mean, there are...
Oh, I totally understand. I more wanted a direction of where I could go ask.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really the talkative type. I do my job. I get things done.
Sure, well, I'll
I
leave you
mean,
to it.
But I hope you find who you're looking for, and I don't know how they would have got here. I don't understand all that.
Yeah, me too. We'll see what we can see. Thank you for your help.
No
And
problem.
Looking forward to joining the caravan again someday.
Well, if you do, Salata gave you a good recommendation, so it should be okay.
All right, so yeah, I leave and go toward the passing flame.
Okay. So, y'all, everybody's going to head towards the passing flame. Okay, so you get your packs and all that kind of stuff, and you head into town, and the town looks like parts of the town look very old, and parts of the town look very new, and some of the buildings are made out of stone, and most of the newer ones are made out of wood. And you see Dragonborn. Most of them look like soldiers of some type, civilians. You see humans. There's dwarves, halflings. You see the Bargazer, and you see what looks like a tavern. You see a nice inn. It's got Settler's Rest name on it. You see a dragon. You see looks like a very new inn. The Settler's Rest is an old building, that it's made out of stone, but you can see there's been some additions to it that are also made out of wood. And then you can see the Dancing Dragon has, obviously a silver dragon. Looks like it's doing a little pirouette on it, and it looks very new, very shiny. And so you're passing those by, and you ask somebody where the passing flame is, and they point you on down the street. And it's just dirt. Everything's dirt roads. As you looked about the place, you can see basically it looks like it's been a farming community. So you can see ranches and farms out in the hills. There's rolling hills to the north, some hills to the south, but mostly it's plains. And so you see an old stone building. Has a nice shingled roof on it, and looks like patrons going in and out. And you walk up to it, and you can see that there is a flame. Basically, there's a little old, kind of tattered looking flag hanging from the front with a flame on it. And you think that's probably the passing flame. And you walk in to the building, and as soon as you step in, you can see the air is just thick with smoke, exotic, weeds, and kind of the stench of stale ale. You see dwarves, humans, halflings, a few dragonborn, kind of sitting around the place. There's a long bar made of a particularly dark wood. It runs in front of the far wall, the right-hand wall. There's stools sit along its length. At one end sits a dark-haired human in black leather armor, and then you see a few sits down. A female elf is sitting there, and give me one second. And she's got brown hair, and she's kind of like just staring. Looks like she's just sitting there staring into a drink of some kind. Behind the bar is a large red dragonborn. He looks cleaning mugs and serving drinks. You see some humans are kind of slumped across a table in one corner of the bar. There's a large fireplace at the far end with some benches out in front. And you see some people sitting around that, talking. You also see there's some smaller tables that there's halflings sitting at. And you can see the Bargazeres. You always recognize the Bargazeres because they're covered in tattoos and piercings, that kind of bald with a top knot. But you see some other halflings sitting, and they're all sitting together, and they're talking. And they're in more, like tans and browns and just, regular fiber clothing. You can tell that they look like more of the earth, and that's what you kind of make out. It's a bustling place. There's a fair amount of noise, of just people having a good time, a lot of talk, a lot of chatter. The people sitting around the tables seem to be having a good time. And that's where we will call it an evening. At least for a few minutes for some of you. And for some of you, we'll be back in a week or something like that. And we hope you've enjoyed it so far. And
Week
we will,
2, 1920.
I don't know, something. We'll be back. And we'll see you in a few minutes.
Keep on adventuring.
All right. Howdy. Welcome back. We're all glad to let you see us.
You're the worst.
I know.
It's awkward every time.
Welcome back to Tabletop Nerdcast. We are playing Piercing the Crystal Veil.
Yes, we are.
My name is Rick.
Thank you. I'm your GM for this evening, and these are your players. We are in Melanor, and they just entered the Passing Flame. They chose not to go to the Passing Gas, which I'm thankful for. But
It was because he didn't have that one fleshed out.
well, I could have
No,
done
he
away-
had it fleshed out.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, make sure to like our channels, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the bell to get notifications every time we post anything new. And check out, we've got some kind of new content. If you're here for all the RPG stuff, great. We've been posting some video game content lately, and it has been really, really fun to make some of that stuff work, and we've got a lot of that kind of stuff ready to come down the pipeline because it's...
We're a gaming channel.
We're a gaming channel, yeah, and we play this once a week, but we play video games a whole lot more. So we might as well throw that up too. So all that being said, Rick, take it on.
All right. So now that we got all the important stuff out of the way, let's get back to the story.
Yeah, we entered. So you meet in a tavern.
So yes,
This is the
I know.
reboot of our.
Well, y'all actually didn't as
No.
different as this is. This is the first time. Well, the second time
We
you've
met on the
been in a
road,
tavern.
not in a tavern.
Yes,
did.
they met on the
I
road.
knocked you off a go.
Actually, they met in a crystal garden.
Well, yeah, but we don't know that.
That's true. They don't know that. Y'all know that if you watched it from the beginning. So and you actually know a little bit about their future if you've watched it from the beginning. But we're dealing with the present right now. And they have gone into the Passing Flame because they were asked by Brenegar, the Copper Dragon, to buy him a drink at the Passing Flame. And so they've decided that they'd love to buy Brenegar a drink.
I'm almost
'Cause they're
certain you
rich.
said his name was Berenga.
It
what I
is
thought.
Berenga.
I'm about 12% certain because Mike and I shared a glance of like, that's his Star
No,
Wars
it's-
character.
It's Brenegar. Did I say Berenga?
You said Berenga.
You said Berenga.
For
Did I?
Sure.
Okay. Well,
Because all you
Berenga.
did was take moringa and drop a B in the front of it.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I
described
like-
him with like he's got dreads, he's wearing a vest, he's
Oh my
exactly
gosh.
Moringa.
So I was channeling
were
Moringa.
channeling
It's
Moringa.
actually Brenegar.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's canon now. It's Brenegar. You'll have to check our Star Wars podcast to find out who Berenga is.
Moringa.
I know.
Good God.
So
We're filling Rick's brain with too much fiction.
I'm telling
he
you.
can't contain it all.
I can't even read my own notes. Look at that. So, y'all walk in and you see the guy sitting at the bar. You see a bunch of dwarves, halflings, humans, dragonborn, and you look around. You don't see Brenegar.
Okay. Do we see like servers running around, or is it
Mhm,
just a
yeah.
bartender?
No, there's a
Is there an open
waitress.
table?
There is an open table. Yes.
Okay, excellent. I head for the open table and I wave over a waitress.
And she kind of signals you that she'll be right with you. And
Oh, there is a waitress. Oh no.
you're watching me.
No, it's a one-word movie.
Great for the podcast listeners.
Yeah.
Awkward silences and laughter.
So
That's what the entire podcast is about.
Right?
I know.
No, it's
I know.
not.
I know. And
Oh,
it's
and puns.
It's 40 minutes of backdoor dick jokes.
Double
I mean,
entendres.
Ooh, but not at the same time.
I mean, play it right.
that's right. If it works.
Okay.
But
So
we don't
I'm
know.
gonna tell
So-
you when she
Stop
comes
it.
over,
Stop it.
order me a cream, and I'm gonna go over by the fire and curl up.
Excellent.
Okay. And you do notice as you're walking over to by the fire that people are watching you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. And they're kind of, you notice as they're watching you, some even point and they
Yeah,
talk
that's
amongst
nice.
themselves as you walk past.
I bet we can charge people to pet the kitty.
You're probably right.
I'm so glad I left.
You're going to turn into a bear again, too.
Next time he's gonna fight the cat woman and the bear.
That's right. So a few minutes later, you see that she's, serving drinks, to people. And she goes up and the bartender is chatting with the guy, the dark-haired guy at the bar, a little bit, and he kind of looks over at you too, and
Do these guys not accept like money?
No.
This
So-
waitress is like avoiding us.
no. She's not avoiding you. She's waiting on people. She's serving people, and she actually eventually she makes her way over to you, and she's, "Oh yes, what can I get for you?"
Can I get like a basket of like carrots and potatoes?
We don't serve food.
What?
Right? Huh?
Tavern.
We serve ale. We serve liquor. But we don't serve food.
One of all of the above?
All of the above?
All of the above.
How much is in all of the above?
Well, we have two different types of ale. We have some dwarven ale, and we have some ale that's actually made by the Mengazair here. We do have a white liquor called Greo that is rather potent for those that enjoy it. And we have some dark liquor that is a little more expensive, and that comes out of Malik.
Keep going.
And that's really what we have. And we have
So you
water,
have 4 kinds of inebriative substances
and we have
and
water,
0 food,
and
We'll take one of each. Shots all the way around.
and he's paying.
okay,
Put a gold piece down on the table.
okay.
Is that one of each for everybody, Kate? I just want to clarify what's going on here. Okay. And do
Everybody in
you
the
happen
place
to
or
have
just us?
Just us.
Okay.
do you happen to have cream?
We have milk.
Do you have cream from the milk? Like that you could maybe make like a mixed drink with, that kind of thing.
Well, we have milk that we could pour some liquor in. We can pour some Gria in.
Hey, Mrow!
Bring that too.
Mrow, do you want milk?
If that's all they got,
Yeah, they don't have really much of anything, but they do have that.
okay.
If you want food, the Settlers Rest and the Dancing Dragon have food, and they have really nice dining.
I
Sure,
told
no,
you we
that's-
should have gone to the Passing Gas.
Yeah, we probably should have. Does the passing gas have accommodations of food?
I think they have some things like that. Yes.
Well, we'll stay here for now. I mean, we're just kind of getting into town. Yeah, we'll get you a milk. Do you want anything else?
No, that's it.
You don't want any? They got some white liquor.
Clear.
I thought he said white. Never mind.
Okay, if that's all that you'll have, I'll be back in a second.
Well, now you said something about smoking stuff.
Smoking stuff.
We got smoke everywhere. You don't sell this?
No, they bring that themselves.
Good night of Friday. Where do I get it? Why did Benatube,
Brenegard.
whatever the flip his name?
Do you use his name?
Yeah.
The Brenegard?
Why did Brenegard tell us to come here if there's nothing here? We're weary travelers from a mountain pass. We need food.
Just
We
got
need
into town.
better ale. We need a better representation of this place. This place stinks.
Really?
Remember, I'm over by the place.
I'll bring your drinks right away,
Right
sir.
I start tugging on her blouse or dress or whatever it is, whatever she's wearing.
Please bring his separate.
And here's a silver for you.
I realize y'all are not from around here, but my gosh. Okay, I will be right back. And she takes off.
Don't worry, Kate. I'm gonna tip her real good.
And a little while later, she comes back with
I haven't been allowed to scream at anybody in a while.
with
I got a
three-
goat outside.
We'll
one's
give her that.
she's up at the bar, and she's talking, and she's gesticulating. Okay,
Gross.
rather
Do that in your own room.
and she's pointing at y'all in the the Dragonborn looks at you, and she's over here at the end of the bar where the dark-haired guy in the black leather is sitting. And
While he's looking at me, I take a potato out of my bag and I start eating it.
Just a raw, dirty
Raw,
potato.
dirty potato.
Chunks of dirt falling off of it.
Yum.
and they're looking at each other, and he kind of frowns, and he's like, and you can see the guy in the leathers, he's looking, and he doesn't look too happy either, and the bartender's just kind of like going, kind of like this, but so he goes back and he starts making your drinks, getting your drinks, and the waitress, is waiting there, and the guy in the leather kind of stands up. He's a big boy, and he starts sauntering in your direction. Sauntering. Okay. He's wearing, he's got, leather armor on, black leather. He's wearing a long sword, and he looks like he's pretty well built and that he knows his way around. And he kind of walks over and, I hear you don't like this place very much.
Yeah, they don't
Sir.
have anything for me to eat. I'm having to eat my own potato. I've been saving this.
This is a bar.
Well,
You don't look like you need to eat any more anyway, sir. You look like eating quite enough.
Bars have pretzels, things you can fling at people and kill them with.
I don't even know what a pretzel is.
what do they even do here?
It's a bread that you tie into.
Do you know what
knot,
bread is?
And you stick it in an oven, and it gets nice and crunchy.
I know what bread is.
Lots
You know
of
what
salt and
manners
butter.
are? Do they teach you that where you come from?
Sorry, I'm an orphan. They didn't teach me much.
An orphan? I can see why your parents didn't want you.
That's not what an orphan is.
They didn't just throw you out on the street like the ragamuffin that you are.
No, unfortunately, I was raised in the wild.
I can tell that too.
Meanwhile, I'm over by the fireplace with my hind leg up in there.
Now the entire bar has stopped and started watching. Let me just interject for the GM there.
Record scratch.
Cade would like to cast Mage Hand and use it to unbuckle this guy's belt. While he's busy in engaging in conversation here.
Okay.
Yeah, what can I roll for distraction?
Roll a performance. Tell me what you're doing to distract him.
I'm being an asshole.
Sounds like intimidation to me.
Yeah, it's more intimidation than it is.
Roll a butthead check.
You know, intimidation performance, it doesn't matter.
Persuasion. I
They're
don't
the
know.
same. 16.
A 16. Okay. And so you're going to try to...
I'm just mumbling under my breath and casting a mage hand, and when it's done, I'll use it to just unbuckle his belt and watch his stuff fall to the floor.
Okay. All right. And he kind of puts his hands on the table, and he kind of is leaning forward and saying, you're not going to make it very well over here. You keep talking like that. And
Talking like what?
He should have tied his shoes.
he's got boots on. Like the ragamuffin that you are, the uncouth
You mean
lowlife.
expressing disinterest in only ale?
Yeah. They have great ale here, and this is a great place.
Well, maybe if I could taste it, I would agree.
I'm sure that potato is probably all you need. And you notice that his pants are slowly being unbuckled, and he doesn't seem to be paying any attention to it.
Do I need to roll to like hit my face?
Yes.
What is the roll? Just a straight wisdom check, I imagine.
There you go. That sounds fine.
No, this would be performance. Straight up performance.
You're probably not wrong. Hey, 16 again.
Okay. So you are keeping your cool about you.
So I like spit out a little bit of potato.
You know,
Keep it
Since
together,
you're new
keep it
here,
together, keep it together.
I think you need to owe an apology.
I already
Okay.
planned on leaving a big tip.
It better be a big tip. And he kind of straightens up.
You want to see it and find out?
And he starts to turn
So is this where
around.
Kay turns around and
And
goes, it's probably bigger than your tip.
And his sword
Yes,
and his
that's
daggers
do it. Yes, it's the best part.
fall to the ground. They
I
go
think-
clattering to the ground. And he...
Are
and
you
he
having
looks-
problems? Why did you come over here and undress? What's
What
what's
is
wrong with you?
Bartender, why do we have a... This man is literally measuring penises.
What the heck? Where did that come from?
He pulled his pants down and challenged me. I don't know what's
His
happening
pants
to your
didn't fall down.
establishment.
His sword belt fell
Oh, I
off.
thought you said his pants.
No,
fell
his
off.
sword
Okay.
belt fell off.
He's undressing literally right in front of me.
Heck?
He came to my table and began taking off his clothing.
And
I'm just
you
here
can
to
see-
order a drink, and this
We're
guy
just
comes over
trying to
throwing his
enjoy
weapons around.
ourselves in this bar.
I don't... And he reaches down and he picks up the dagger and the
The weed
sword
must be
belt.
strong here.
And he just looks at you two and he says, I would watch yourselves.
That
And
is
you just
very
better hope
difficult.
that we don't meet outside of Menzel's place. And he
I
turns
mean,
around
we can.
and walks off.
If this is a challenge of some sort, I'm happy to go outside now.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
And he gets a big smile on his face.
Can you at least hold on to your sword this time?
Do you want to join him?
Absolutely.
All right. High five.
It's kind of down
Can we
here.
say
Low five.
And so, anyway, he starts to buckle his pants on. Let's see how good his... And he's having trouble buckling his pants on because he's so mad.
Your skills are way cold. man.
And she comes, and the waitress comes walking up. Here are your drinks. Here are your drinks. And she sets them down on the bar.
Shoot all four of them. Boom, boom, guzzle, guzzle.
What about your friends? And what?
I spike her milk before she ever comes over.
Okay. And she's gonna take and I'll serve your cat friend over here. And so she's bringing you a drink. Now y'all just calm down. What you said was very insulting, but y'all just calm down and everything will be okay. Costa, would you get back over there? And he's like, well, this man challenged me.
I think it was the other way around.
He said he wants to meet outside. Is that not what he said? And he looks right at you.
No, that's what you said, and then he said yes,
No,
and I said, do you really want to do that? And then you said, do you want to go with me? And I said, sure.
Yeah, you in fact did say you better hope you don't meet me outside, which is more of a threat than it is a challenge. I'll give you that. But
We're still
you
trying to
did
get used-
indeed start this business.
We're still trying to get used to this place, and right now, it seems to me that you people are rude.
It's pretty much exactly like Fay Run. This is why I stay in the woods.
And he's just clenching onto the belt that
Amazing.
he's holding in his hand.
What can the mage hand do now? Because it's still there.
Tap him on the shoulder.
And he's just...
Lift your drink
And
up
in the
for you.
meantime, everybody else is kind of like sitting around watching this, of course, except for the people over there at the far table in the corner who haven't really moved. They're all still slouched in various positions, on the
Is he
table.
wearing? He
And-
said he's
and
wearing
she's-
armor, right?
Yeah.
Of some sort. So it's like leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like right where one of the bandings is, they're usually like tied and stitched together. I'm gonna have the mage hand just start slowly unstitching like his pauldron.
Okay. All right, roll me a sleight of hand.
Oh man.
And
How could this go
I'm
bad?
so glad I'm taking a nap.
and so
12.
I believe currently
12.
you're cleaning yourself.
Okay. Yes.
all right, and he moves. Okay, he moves, and so the mage hand loses
Okay.
its grip, and she's like, y'all just okay. Y'all said you wanted something to smoke. I'll see what I can get.
We'll figure that. Listen, my problem's no longer with you. In fact, here, and I dropped 3 gold on the table. Those are yours. I'm sorry for insulting you.
Oh, that is so kind of you.
This fella,
And
on
she
the other
ran.
hand, I believe we have a date.
Let's get ready to
Okay.
rumble.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? We got a date. And
That's right. I'm gonna kiss you real good.
I don't
Okay.
think you know what you're. Okay, I'm just
All right.
So you drank all those drinks
Oh,
all
yes.
at once?
Yep.
Yes.
Did you
All
roll a
4 of them.
con save?
I did not.
No, and he told you they were very strong
Yep.
too.
Yeah,
So-
he's-
I'm role playing it. Okay.
Okay, so do roll me a con save.
That's not a great one.
What is it?
Get to my abilities. That is a 9.
9. You're right. That's not a great one. So you start to stand up. When you stand up, because you
Sit
stand
right
up
back
quickly,
down.
you notice that that it kind of rushes to your head a little bit, and you put your hands on the table and roll me a performance.
12.
12. Okay, you steady yourself, but you're okay. So,
Meanwhile, I'm shooting mine.
well, he just got a round for everybody, and he shot all 4.
No, he got
Yeah,
got
he's-
one
he's
of
taking-
everything
I got a
for
round of
everybody.
one
Oh,
of everything for everybody.
Oh, okay.
For
Okay.
all of us.
Okay, cool. That's right. Okay. So you're shooting yours
Go
too?
ahead and drop 3 gold pieces.
And you do notice that the white liquor is fairly harsh when you
Okay.
drink it. Okay. The brown liquor tastes pretty good.
I haven't gotten mine yet, so
By the way, the con save is 21.
21? Okay. You're fine.
of
You
course you are.
You got more constitution than the
I'm a halfling
half-elf
scout.
over here.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
Oh, and you would have advantage because you have poison. Don't you have advantage?
Yes, I
on
have poison.
saves? Okay, so you would have advantage on that
You
save
didn't
too.
need it, but yeah, that's it.
Well, you might as well roll it. You might crit it. You always roll your
Is
advantage
it going to
because you
change
never know what
anything
you're
for
going
me?
to do.
So, I mean,
And you have turned around and you're watching all of this going on too.
Oh, absolutely.
Right about now, you see a copper-colored fella with dreads come walking in, and he's like, "Hey, dudes! Yeah, you made it, dudes!"
Bangalore. I don't have his name written down.
Brendan
I'll
Gar.
never remember it.
Brandon.
But I do say Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Fingers on.
Bangalore.
Hey, dudes, what's up, man? Oh, you got drinks already? You started without
I
me.
had drinks and I already have a date.
You got a date?
This
Well,
guy came up and started taking his weapons off, and
He started
I don't
undressing
know.
right in
Yeah.
front of me.
You know these lowlifes, Brennigar? It figures.
His name is Bangalore.
You don't. You just insult everybody, don't you?
You should change it every time.
I'm going to.
Okay.
But he's also drunk, remember?
it's okay.
Costa.
It's okay, Nevi. I got this one. I'll take him outside.
No, I'm not. You're not taking my swooning honey.
All right. So, I will be outside. I will be outside. And he takes his sword and
Sure, you haven't been drinking? You just said it twice.
And he walks outside and said, Brennigar, yeah, it figures you'd have friends like that. And so he walks outside, and Brennigar's like,
Did he just
Wow.
insult you by insulting us?
he insults me all the time. That's just who he is, man. You know, you just gotta take it in stride, dude.
It just
I
seems like
mean,
a
you
dick.
know who I am, right? Do you think I'm scared of someone like that?
That's fair.
Okay.
Is this guy a Dragonborn, the guy who's challenging us?
No,
Okay, no. Is he human?
he's human.
Okay.
Yeah. He says, though I don't recommend fighting the guy, but that's up to you. It sounds like y'all got some kind of challenge going on. I mean,
Why
if
not?
that's your thing,
Why wouldn't we fight
well, it's up to you. I see you've been drinking the hooch.
him?
Did you get one for me?
4 of them.
You had 4 of them?
Yep.
You might want to sit down. Yeah.
I'm
You
fine.
might want to sit down. Really?
I feel like I have to roll something. Wisdom with disadvantage or something to decide whether or not I sit down.
Okay. Roll. Actually, Now, you want to decide whether you sit down and not go out and fight this
Yes,
guy?
correct.
This would be an insight check.
I'm thinking that actually, I think wisdom, insight. Whether you actually think that you could defeat him in combat. If you want to decide that, I would roll insight.
That's
If-
the one.
Okay.
Am I rolling at disadvantage or just rolling
Yes.
straight check?
You'll roll a disadvantage right now because
Because yeah,
you're
obviously.
alleviated.
Hey, they're both 15, so that's an 18.
Okay, the way he was moving and what he said, and even though his swords hit the ground, you can tell that his weapons are very fine, and that he seemed to move with a very fluid grace when he came over to the table, and incredibly self-assured. Okay, and Brennigar will say, he's one of the captains. Hey man, like he's one of the captains for the dwarven caravans. Okay, he goes right. He relishes this kind of stuff, dude. I mean, he lives for a fight, and I've never seen him lose. So I don't think you want to start out that way. Let's just sit down and have a drink, okay? I'll get you some Danessa weed, okay? Or if you prefer the Lenweed, but I'm thinking if you had that much to drink, you don't want any Lenweed.
I'm feeling
right
that this
now.
is a problem with Cade just simply because he's not supposed to be frightened by anything.
Yeah.
As a
What do you,
halfling.
what do you want to do? You're part of this too now. What do you think, Cade?
On the one hand, there's alcohol. Lots and lots of glorious alcohol.
I have a feeling that'll be here whether we win this fight
Yeah,
or
but
not.
okay, dude, come on, we're
But
here to have
then we also
fun.
had this weed stuff.
And here's the other thing. Where do you want to spend the night?
Bless you. Thank you.
Because I'm telling you, if you go out and fight him, you're not going to be staying at the Settler's Rest.
Fancy dragging it in.
I don't think they're going to let you in later either, dude, man. You know, they don't like...
Tell you what, we'll hang out with you.
Yeah, man, now we're talking!
Lynn, we did up.
Yeah.
And then if he's still out there when we leave, then we beat his ass.
If you Lenweed it up, you don't know who you'll see out there.
Are you telling me you might turn into him?
I could, if I wanted to. And all of a sudden, you see his features start changing. And the next thing you know, you're kind of looking at
He
a
looks like him?
facsimile.
But is he still like copper or
Yeah.
anything? Like,
He's
like, does
there's
he
some
still have a
copper.
tinge?
There's still some tinging spots. His eyes are
Good
tinged.
to know. That's a little like world deal that is good to have in
Yeah.
the old noggin. So, we'll
And he says, "Pretty dude, you want to fight me?"
well, bangarang. You want to go? Let's go.
Bangarang. Man, I like it.
Cade punches him in the knee.
And it's like it doesn't even move.
Clang.
And it's like, yeah, dude. And then
Ow.
all of a sudden he's back to his dreads and his,
We'll
His
we'll
hippie
just stay in
clothing.
here. You know, if he's serious, he'll come back in. Still mad.
yeah.
No. This is how you do it.
Call the the waitress over again. Drop her another gold coin and say,
Take him out 8 shots.
You want him?
Oh,
You're
go-
buying him?
Go buy. Yeah, go give him 8 shots.
Well, I'll need a little more. Well,
How
what
much is 8 shots?
Well, depends on what you want.
What did he
You
have
want
to
the
pay for
mallet?
4?
The bad stuff.
Well, the beer and all that's pretty cheap. So you want 8 shots?
Does
of what?
beer come in
I'll
shots?
throw another gold coin down on the table.
That'll do it. So he goes and
If he's outside passed out drunk, this is gonna be funny.
Okay, excellent. So we do all that. What?
so
Take some money off it.
yeah, it's easy to get him riled up, but just stay out of his way.
what's his name again?
Casta.
Casta.
And he's always looking for a fight. And since he is one of the captain of the dwarven caravans, he tends to get out of trouble. Okay, so
I do
Do
have
me
the
a
fancy
favor.
coin.
what's that?
That's the badge. I'm a deputy.
Yeah, that actually gets you into more trouble.
Oh.
Well, if you're breaking the rules and you're a soldier, they
Well,
treat
hang
you
on.
a whole different.
Is the rule I can't defend myself when threatened? Because that's what was happening.
Did he strike you?
He threatened. He said, "You better hope you don't see me outside of here."
Okay. Did he strike you?
Not yet.
Well, when he strikes you, then you can defend yourself. Okay? And just hope they take your word.
Because if he's drunk and he falls over on top of me, obviously I'm a little guy. But that just means that he just struck me at that point. Then I get to fight.
You do what you think you need to do.
So if he hits first, we're good.
That's all up to the judge.
Man. Okay, yeah, that's
The
fine.
actually, it will be the captain, but whatever. Look, just enjoy yourself. You're new in town. Is that how you want to, start your day?
I wanted to eat.
Well, have some drinks. What do you want to eat?
Well, I already had a potato. I'm good now.
Oh, okay. All right, because perhaps I can send someone over to the Settler's Rest and grab something for you.
Salted pork.
Salted pork. Okay. I'll see what we can do. And anyway, you can see that now that he's walked outside and all the patrons are sort of kind of just like start going back to their tables, and they're like disappointed. They were actually hoping that something, they were hoping they'd get to see Casta kick somebody else's butt. He's
Well,
sort
I
of
was
like
gonna, but you talked me out of it.
yes, I know.
Something about him being a high level and all, and
So, she, Brenegar, I got to think about that now. Brenegar says, "Look, here," and he says, "I stopped by my buddy. Dude, and I got you some good stuff. Okay, it's all the way from Basil Root. All right, it's Danessa weed. It's from Basil Root.
So this
he
stuff
pulls-
will knock a dragon on its butt.
I wish.
Oh.
Is there stuff that does knock dragons on butts?
Enough of it. But even then, it will really... And that's the problem with being a dragon, dude! It's fun. It gives me a little bit of
It's
a...
kind of the same thing as halflings have a problem with.
Yeah.
I'll take a fatty.
Let's go. So, he pulls one out, and he pulls a little one out for y'all. And he's got a big one for himself. And he lights it up, and he starts smoking on it. And he goes, yeah, I don't think y'all are ready for the Lenweed. You see those guys over there in the corner? Notice something about them too. If you meet someone and they got all red complected, they're doing too much of that stuff. And it's a chew. You chew that stuff, okay? And so you need to, it's a bad habit. It's a hard habit to kick too. So, just a word of advice on that stuff.
I was listening.
no, it's already in.
Well, he doesn't have any. He didn't give you. He's got some Danessa weed, so you're smoking that, and it gives you a mild euphoria. It's very mild stuff, and you can puff on it a little bit. And you notice that other people are smoking pipes and things like that, and some of it's kind of a tobacco, but some of it's this stuff. And Pan is,
This doesn't compare to the
Brenegar,
stuff I get back home.
Brenegar, he's like, "Oh man, dude, that's my friend Pan over there," and he signals. He like wave. He goes, "Hey Pan, what's up, darling? You meet my new friends. They're gonna buy us all a drink.
I won't say no to free drinks.
Yeah, come on, we got a little good Danessa over here, all right? You feeling all right today, darling?
I've had better days, but I'm alright. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Did you see the cat lady?
The cat lady? There's a cat lady.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's like rock and roll awesome, but she's way over there, and I'm stuck with these two meatheads. But, Hey, and they almost got in a fight with Casta. I don't know
Saw
what
that.
they're thinking.
That
Yeah.
was quite a spectacle. Do you
Yeah.
normally try to fight people
All the time.
all the time?
It's kind of my.
It's kind of rude.
It's not
I've
really.
noticed.
It's not that I try to fight anybody. It's that people do not understand my particular sense of existence.
Right. Like, he yells at my
Okay.
goat and makes me fall off of him when I'm riding and then laughs at me.
Well,
He's kind of a dick.
You wanted it.
Well, it was funny, but
I mean,
not at full
I
speed.
could see maybe laughing at that a little, but you know, circumstances, of course.
And then they replaced my goat with this one you can't scream at, and it's just, yeah, it's all kinds
You
of crap.
can scream at it. It just doesn't fall over.
Who replaced your goat?
Because when I came over here,
Yeah, what did happen to your old goat?
I think they ate it.
I don't remember that episode.
I don't remember that episode.
It disappeared. I think they ate it.
So, dude, I mean, are you buying or what?
No,
You already did.
What?
I already did.
Yeah, you missed it.
Dude,
That's fine.
I brought the Danessa from Basil Root, dude.
Tell you
You know
what.
how hard this stuff is to get.
I'll toss you a double if you can bring the Linweed.
They want to try some landweed, Pan.
I don't know if they can handle
We're
it.
very
I
into
know.
this new game, Drugs and Dragons.
Look, Lenweed's not quite for beginners.
Hey, hold on.
I got this crystal bowl, and
That sounds really impressive. I'd like to see that.
And you notice that she's a little red complected. Okay, when he was telling you, you could tell someone that uses linweed a lot has a little bit of a red, what are they, Rosetta or
Rosacea.
Rosacea, yeah. So
Like my cheeks normally look, pretty.
that's right. And he's like, man, yeah, yeah. I don't know. You usually have a little bit. I don't know if you have any right now. But,
I've got some. I think I might be able to spare.
Bring us 2 rounds.
All right, now we're
Kate.
talking.
Kate is
February?
busy shotgunning or whatever that weed one was.
The
Just
Danessa
the
weed,
Danessa
yeah.
weed as fast as he possibly can.
If I could, would you pass the Danessa before?
You see these like cheeks like sucked in, and he's like trying to bogart this thing as hard as he possibly can.
Look, if you'll just wait a moment, I've got the answer.
so do I.
This is a PG episode, Yeah.
The adult warning is on.
Yeah.
It's not.
So,
This is fantasy drugs. They're
yeah,
fine.
absolutely.
Nothing illegal about fantasy drugs.
The halflings, the Bargazairs, the Mengazairs, the Danessa is theirs. They're the only ones that grow it, and they do a good job. But the Lenweed, that's another story altogether.
Didn't you initially offer us Linweed?
Yeah, because that's the only thing that really affects me. I mean, so a little bit, but I can't right now because I apparently got a job to do here in a little bit. I gotta take some.
I'll take your share.
You go for
Still
it.
choking on.
I gotta get some shard mine to Malik this evening. So.
You save against poison and see if I fail.
Wait,
I hope that you fail. Yeah,
Malik. Why is that name important?
that's the capital city.
Have we heard anything about Malik before? Like, is
They've
there a
mentioned it.
reason
Yeah,
that
they
we
mentioned.
would
They
go
mentioned that.
that's where the Duke is?
That's where the Duke is. That's where Peter's character
That's where he's trying to
was
get out.
heading to.
Destinova.
Yeah, Destinova. Thank you. Where Destinova was going. It's the capital city, and yeah, he would have told you all roads lead to Malik. So
Is there any chance you'll be passing through Manat
we're in Manat.
or last used?
Lastimus?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my autocorrect kind of took over on that one.
Yeah, Lastimus is on the way to Malik. It's like the first town you're gonna come to.
You tried to take the notes, but autocorrect.
I know.
So you'll go through Lastimus on the way to Mallet?
No,
Oh.
I don't walk, dude. Really?
So you're going to give Shardmine the ride on
flying.
your back?
That's what I do.
Would it be improper for you to take us along? I'd love to see the capital.
To Malik?
Sure.
No, I'm on a mission. Now, if the captain tells me to take you, then of course I'll take you. You know, I mean, no problem, dude, but I'm on the job, okay? When I'm a working man. I work hard for the money they don't pay me, okay? But
They pay him in Lenweed.
you know, they frown on that. They're not too happy about that.
So, Pan, you don't have the kind of dialect that they have around here most of the time. You don't seem like you're...
No, I'm from Faerun,
What part?
the foresty part.
Which foresty part?
There's a whole lot of those.
I ask.
It's not important.
I'm from Neverwinter Wood myself.
Familiar. Not where I'm from, but, you know. It's long forgotten now. I've
Yeah.
been drowning it in Lenweed and ale, so it's not important now.
Well, why are you here?
Well, I was traveling here with my, I guess you could say, mother, and there was an attack on the way, and I was left alone, lost my mother, and I was taken in by the Plainswind clan. I thought that would be, you know, where I stayed and continued on, but I can't. Every time I try to leave, I can't. So here I am. I'm just stuck.
But they have a caravan going back every day.
Oh, I know. I've tried.
They tell you no?
No, there's just something always happens. Whether the caravan's attacked, cancelled, they leave without me. I mean, there's been no way for me to leave.
Have you seen anybody leave?
Many. I'm not sure.
That's promising.
Yeah. I don't know.
That seems like a pretty good shot of bad luck.
Yeah, not having the greatest time, but it's easy to drown out with the Lenweed. That's what's keeping me going.
Man, Pan, I know, but it's all gonna turn around, you know. And I know you keep saying you want to leave, but you know, it's not that the caravans leave without you. It's not that things break down. You just change your mind every time at the last minute. I know you keep telling yourself that it's always something else, darling, but you gotta realize you are the one that's not leaving.
Is it really though?
Yeah, it really is, babe. I know we've been friends for a few months now, but you gotta get away from that Lenweed stuff too, you know? That's just not good for you. And I know you're looking for a family and all that kind of stuff, you know, but when the Plainswind took you in and, you know, you traveled with the Bargazeres there I thought that, I mean, you seemed happy, you know, they were happy to have you. They love you, you know? So I don't know why you quit with them. You know, you said you wanted to go home, but then you're still here. So you got to find your place, darling. You know, and Lenweed's not it. You know, and the Passing Flame, I know it's like a home.
We just went like super.
Lenweed might be it. But it seems like you kind of want some purpose, right?
Essentially, that'd be nice.
We kind of met pre-caravan. We don't really know each other very much, but Cade's just trying to meet people.
Well, hello.
Quote, end quote.
Hi!
Pan.
Um,
Other
Kate?
people.
You're a people. No, you're an elf.
Morale
That's
over there
people?
just feels a mysterious call to be here, kind of like you do. So you got kind of that thing going on. It seems like I've got some direction. There's someone that I lost in the kind of merging season of our two worlds, and I'm here to see if I can find that person. And
Wait, who'd you lose? You didn't tell me this.
a friend of mine
A friend.
kind of got. There was a sort of a storm that happened in the midst of our collision, and she got sucked up into wherever this is. I think I could never find a body, no entrails or outrails, no sign of anything. She was just gone.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
So I'm assuming she's here somewhere, perfectly happy and healthy. She's a survivor, better than I am. So I'm hoping that I can just kind of find her. Maybe she just hadn't found her way out yet or found a new home here. I don't know. But I'm happy for you guys to join me in seeking that out.
Well, I mean, if I've got to go, I've got to go. I don't.
Well, we get to stay, though, so...
Oh, you're right. Well, you know.
Yeah. Hey, dude,
Then
sounds
we-
like he's inviting you along for some an adventure of some kind.
Well,
I'm just
yeah.
looking for a person. It's not
You know,
adventurous.
maybe it's all fortuitous, hey,
I'm just
babe.
trying to recruit an army.
No, he's trying to meet people. He's trying to meet people. He's
What?
just trying to meet people.
recruit an army.
There's no
You
army.
want to make an army?
Of course, I'm going to make an army.
Of what? For what?
Of what people?
Well, for what?
To go back and beat the crap out of another little town.
You want an entire army for one little town?
Of course, they deserve it.
You're gonna get an army through the pass.
You saying an army can't get through the pass?
Oh,
You could sure try.
that's what I'm talking about.
Five or six of us made it.
He is not wrong. We did come with a caravan full of just a few people.
That's
There's a
right.
I imagine
Caravans.
like 1,000 of them could. A few of them would
Of
make it
fighting
through.
men.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure. Okay. But you know
Would
who
you like to
controls
join my
that
army?
pass? I'm in an army.
Well, yeah, but that's temporary.
Dude, I am in the army, dude.
For how long?
Yeah, but they don't pay you very much.
They
Cade
don't
can
pay me at all.
Cade can pay a lot more.
But you don't understand. Once my time is done, and it's nothing but unicorns and rainbows. I'm talking.
But you want a horde, right?
A horde. That's what I just make sure that's what you said. Yes. I do want a horde. I'll get my horde.
No, it's called a dragon wench.
I don't know what exactly he can offer, but I've seen Cade do some pretty interesting things.
Well, I know you're impressed with the little guy. I mean, I'm sure he's very impressive and all that, you know, and everything, but I got my plan set out. I'm doing my time, doing what I'm supposed to, just like I'm supposed to. And when I'm done, I get to go and get my own place, or you know, go where I want to go. And that's
So would
another
you
story.
say that we're going to talk to you many times throughout our time here?
I may never see you again. Most
Perfect.
likely.
Hey, we're going to go get some food.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the inn and start the next day pretty quick here.
All right. Well, I think that's a right good idea. So,
I finish all the shots on the table.
and
When
about
we go
that
outside,
time,
is what's his face
where's
outside?
your potato?
about well, it's been a little while now.
Yeah, no, I
and
know.
A guy, there's a dragonborn comes walking in, a red dragonborn, and he's wearing red, and he's got the silver dragon claw, and he looks around, and he says, "Renegar, why aren't you out at your station?
Who's Brenegar?
I'm not talking to you, Renegar." And he's like, yeah, man, dude. I mean, I just
He's Bangalore.
I got some new people here, and Renegar, I'm always having to chastise you and reprimand you for this stuff. You know we gotta get Rayolucia to Malik, and time is of the essence. Get your butt out here. Yeah, okay, dude, okay. Look, guys, man, it's been real pleasure, and I didn't even get to talk to the lady over there. Dang it, man. I'm mad.
I'll talk
I don't
to her
get mad
for
very
you.
easy, huh?
I'll talk to her for you.
All
Don't
right,
worry.
all right, Pan. You fill me in on all that stuff. I
will.
want to know where she's from, what she does, what she eats. does she kill little mice? How, all that kind of stuff,
Absolutely.
This
know.
fella's fairly invasive.
Actually, she's kind of lazy.
She pretty much just naps. I can kind of give you the LD.
So what you
I
saw,
love that.
what you saw was saucer of milk, licking self, sleeping by fire.
That's
Done.
it.
Oh, and she can heal crystalline beings.
What?
Yeah, we fought some giants and some friggin' on the path.
Oh, that's right. She stepped on my head. And I
Ragnar, get your butt out here! And
Anyway, she
quit
healed the
your
crystal
giving-
boy, and he's alive now because he was pretty
Look,
well
guys,
down.
Look, guys,
Please
it's been a real
leave.
pleasure, and I'm
This red man over here is kind of getting on my nerves with all this
yeah, he's
yelling.
going to get on my nerves too, and unfortunately,
I think
could
you're
get in
on
some
his
trouble.
nerves.
Yeah, I think so. I'm always on his nerves. God bless him. And he kind of he says, "I'm coming, boss. I'm coming." And he goes running out, and you can see as he's going out the door swings
He's
open,
kind of a pussy.
and he starts. You can see he starts
Yeah.
changing, and his wings start spreading out, and as the door's closing, you see him kind of taking off into the air. And I think that's probably where we're going to call it a night. I will see y'all in a few minutes, and something exciting's about to happen.
Keep on adventuring.
Things are not going to be as you think they are. So, y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll see you in a bit. Howdy. Welcome to Tabletop Nerdcast. And I'm Rick, your GM, and you can see our lovely players around the table here. This
lovely.
is well, two of our lovely players around the table.
I'm still
lovely.
I think he pointed to them.
Yeah, that
No.
was you.
And this is Piercing the Crystal Veil, which is our D&D podcast. And also you can find us on YouTube and Spotify and a whole bunch of other venues. We'd appreciate it if you could subscribe, or you could hit the little red button, or there's a bell, and let us know that you're out there watching, that you like what we do. That
Rick, you hurt me.
Pro-
You hurt me bad.
they keep trying to tell me all this stuff to say, and I'm just gonna like, you know.
Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, hit the thumbs up if you like what you're doing. Leave us a review on iTunes. We have almost no reviews yet. We would love some more over there if you like what you're hearing. And just all around, let us know what you think. Leave comments. We like comments. We eat them up. We read them all three
Yeah,
of them.
we do. Yes, Nevi made a nice comment about the passing flame a little while ago, and look what that got. So you know,
It got us stuck in the passing flame for an hour.
That's right. That's right. But they're not in the passing flame anymore. That was a tavern that they were hanging out. They met Pam, a lovely elf over here that's a little down on her luck, and she's kind of not wanting to find a purpose, and like we all do in this world. So they have decided to go get some food, and they've headed over to the Settlers Inn, and they've sat down at a table, and they've ordered up some salted pork and potatoes and cream. And they have all of said lovely, wonderful foods. And so they've settled down to a nice meal. So, it's...
Is Pan here with us? Are you
No.
eating with us? No.
I
Eating
mean,
with them?
you can go, yeah, if you wish to.
They went straight
To the Settlers Inn to
straight
get
there?
food, yeah.
Yeah, I probably went with them then.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
went with-
Y'all go.
Like, okay. Yeah, lunchtime. So, I didn't get to meet you
Hi.
at the tavern. You're a kitty.
I am a kitty.
What, may I ask what you are?
Sorta. I'm a tabaxi.
I've never seen one like you. I love it. I love cats.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you.
kitties.
I love cats too.
Would it be weird if I asked to, like, pet you?
Yeah, that'd be a little
Okay.
weird.
I'm sorry. You're adorable in the best way.
And I kind of sidle up to her. Yeah, that'd be a little weird.
Like, I just
Yeah, it's
kind
totally
of like,
weird.
And the
my
patrons are-
tail kind of rubs against her.
That's really cool.
And the patrons are kind of watching all of
I'm
this,
sure,
you know,
like-
and they've been watching you anyway. You notice
Bug-eyed.
everywhere you go. It's like, look at that. It's a walking cat, you know. And the matron.
Imagine if you had been a turtle and I was a kinku.
Oh my gosh! I'm so glad you weren't a Kenku.
We're an Eric Cochran.
Yeah, Eric Cochran. That would probably be
No, I don't. Eric Cochrans are crazy. When you're the GM, Eric Cochrans, they want to steal everything, and they, it's like, oh my gosh.
They don't have an
Unlike him
understanding of
picking
personal
fights.
space, kind of like
Yeah,
Kate.
exactly. I know this. You're right. I would have taken the Eric Cochran. So, y'all get done with your meal, and Varefa she's a half elf, and she runs the place. And she comes over, and she says, "Have you enjoyed your meal?"
It was very delicious.
That
Thank you.
cream was
Absolutely.
so much better than that other place. Oh my gosh.
The other place?
All they
Yeah,
gave me
it
was
tasted
alcohol.
like motor oil mixed with milk or something.
Where
I don't
did you
know.
go?
Kate's laughing.
No, where did you go?
Passing gas tavern.
Oh, the passing gas. Oh, yes. You should have gone to the
Passing
passing
flame.
flame. Oh, you
Passing
did go
flame,
to the passing flame. Why, that's one of my favorite places.
Oh, it was awful.
Ew.
They didn't have cream. They gave me milk, and their milk was bad or something. I don't know.
Oh, usually their liquors are usually fairly good.
Milk
Yeah, it
is
was
not a
awful.
liquor.
No,
It
I
was
understand.
tonight.
Maybe it was tonight. It perhaps was.
What do you mean?
So, yeah, no, you're
I mean, I've never really heard many complaints about the place, other than it's
I
full of
shared the
smoke.
libations with everybody.
Oh, I see. You will be spending the night with us tonight, I assume, and
If you've got room.
yes. Oh, yes, we've got room.
So I only get half to pay half. I only need half a bed.
Oh, you don't think I've heard that before? No, sir.
Well, it was still worth
It's
a
the
try.
same room. It's the same bed. Though we do have some rooms that are halfling sized, if you prefer that. But they still cost the same.
Oh no, I want the big bed then.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. So, how many rooms will you require?
I have accommodations elsewhere.
I will probably sleep on the floor.
And you'll sleep on the floor
Most
too?
likely
So,
you'll also
What?
sleep on the floor.
I got the bed.
one room. Okay.
I'm
Well-
comfortable pretty much anywhere.
Do you have any like stones or rocks anywhere?
Well, the building is stone.
Oh, perfect. We're on the same. We're on a good page.
Okay. So, yeah. So, just, it'll be a silver piece apiece.
For one room, 3 silver,
There's 3 of you in the room, is there not?
but it's only one room.
Yes.
How much?
How
If
much
we
do you
got
charge
3
for one
rooms?
room?
How much if you got 3 rooms?
Mhm.
Why, it would be 2 silver pieces per room.
I carry
Okay.
the 1 and drop the 0.
Mevy's over here trying to calculate the cost of that. You can't hear that, but that's what he's doing.
This is a meme with oh gosh, what's her name? With all the math in front of her.
Oh, are you talking
Oh.
about?
All the,
Yeah, all the like
the soap
equations.
opera
the
lines of
symbols and equations in
yeah.
front of her, like, huh?
Like,
We're trying
Oh,
to map
It's a
it.
total of 6 silver. So if I carry the 1 and drop the 0, add the square root of pi.
So if we share a room, we do pay half price.
In a way, yes. Actually, yes.
But you somehow make more money on the room.
But you save money.
'Cause he
So
can
isn't
sit-
that a
he can
win-win
have more
situation?
rooms.
Isn't that what we're all striving for in life, is a win-win situation? And you have one here in front of you, and you are looking cross-eyed at it, instead of enjoying the moment.
I assure you, my cross eye is not about the deal, and I would like for you to not point it
It's
out.
about the
again.
math.
Oh.
That's my natural appearance.
I see. No offense intended, I assure you.
Kid puts 3 silver up on the counter.
Why, thank you, sir.
I get the bed anyways.
Wonderful. And you will not be spending.
The more
Oh,
time.
not the same with the Bogazaz, but thank you.
Oh, I see. Sleeping with the horses tonight, are we?
Oh, always.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, when you,
My
and-
goal in this game is to get Cade to pay for everything I do.
I know. You keep track of your goals?
Well, if not, we're
So
going to spend
dumb.
45 minutes talking about the bedroom being 3 silver.
So,
I'm just chasing every lead in front of me, man.
I noticed.
Oh my gosh. And slowing us. That's okay. So, well, I see. And y'all enjoy your meal. If you wish anything, just yell. Anything more? We don't really have any entertainment tonight. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, we
but
could provide that.
No!
We do, in fact, have an act.
No, we don't. No, we
oh,
don't.
you do. What is your act?
It's me beating him.
He fights a bear.
A bear.
He
Not
fights a
him.
bear.
A bear.
Really?
Yes.
Where is the bear?
We find one.
Oh, you do. And you intend me to let you bring a bear into my establishment?
It can
It
be
can be
outside.
We
outside.
brought a cat.
We did
She
bring a
looks
cat.
very dignified. I would take a little
So
offense on
we
her
can find a
part.
dignified bear.
Have you not started cleaning yourself as of yet?
Not this establishment. I was hungry. I wanted the cream.
Well, I see. A bear outside, and how
But
is
now
that?
that you mention it, oh.
The whole
I
bar,
may or
the
may
whole
not
bar
be
stops.
drunk.
Oh, you should roll me another Constitution to see.
I'm not still drinking.
No, but you might still be a little inebriated. You actually,
I got a 10.
A 10. You've had that's been long enough. You're sobering up with the food, all the potatoes you've eaten. You know.
Turning
You were
potatoes,
drinking
carrots.
potatoes before. Now you're eating potatoes. Yeah. So I'm not sure how this bear would help my establishment, though.
If,
It's
you know,
quite entertaining, I promise
Is
you.
it?
well,
Perhaps I can see this bear. Perhaps I could hire you for entertainment. Do you mind if I see?
Well, do you mind if we just kind of open up shop out front and do
No,
our
I
show?
have no problem. You don't bring it in here.
All right, come on, guys.
Are
What's
you really gonna
wrong?
fight bear?
He is. What's wrong, Cade?
and
Come on.
he wins just about every time.
I just wanted the big bed. That's it.
You've got the big
Just
bag.
wanted the big
Now
bed.
let's pay for it. We'll put some
Okay.
buckets out to collect coin.
And she's collected your 3 silver, and it'll be 2 more silver for the meals for the 3 of y'all, for the 4 of y'all. I'm
Whoa,
assuming
whoa,
you're paying.
You charge as much for a meal as you do for an overnight room?
Would you like to pay more for the room?
Now,
That we
no, no,
actually
no.
it is cheaper.
My contention is more that all I ate was turnips that were uncooked. That's more of my problem with this transaction.
Are you going to discuss everything in the realm of this?
If
is
it
this where we're
costs
going
more
with
than
this?
a copper, then yes.
I want to see your bear act, sir.
This is Dungeons
Perhaps I
and
will give you a
Dragons.
Meanwhile,
discount.
I'm
if-
outside setting up the buckets to collect money and like calling people to come watch.
and they're interested because you are someone they've never seen before. They
Right,
pay to come
right.
see you, you know. And okay, and so what is this? Where is this bear going to come from?
Oh, just watch. You'll find him.
Okay. Well, all right. Watch the place for me for a minute. I have to see what these Fernians are doing here.
Come on, come see the
So I
bear.
go into an alleyway and I attempt to turn into a bear.
Okay. You start trying to turn into a bear, and while you're doing that, you're trying to turn into a bear, and you're finding that normally you just turn into a bear, and you're really struggling with this, and you are concerned, and you start feeling a pain in your shoulder where your wound was, and all of the sudden, as you're struggling, you can feel a burning sensation start radiating out from that. And you can see that your arm is starting to change into a bear, into
Oh
a
yeah,
paw.
come on.
And all of a sudden, you
Come
notice
on.
it starts changing color. It starts turning blue and becoming scaly.
Hold on. Hold on.
And
Trying to reverse it.
and
Bonus
you
action.
let-
Bonus action. Bonus action.
you feel an excruciating pain, and this blinding white light comes over you.
Yeah, I'm screaming in the alley.
And you let
Particular
out a
time.
scream roar. Y'all are out in the alley, you're setting up the buckets, and you hear a painful, and at first it sounds like Nevi's voice, but then it changes into this weird roar kind of horrible
Ooh, I guess I found the bear.
piercing
Come on, come on.
thing, like, but it sounds like incredible pain, and then it stops.
I'm so sorry.
I'll be right back. Go around the
Gotta
corner.
go check on the bear.
You go around the corner and you see Nevi laying on the ground, and he's just literally just quivering, and he's part bear, part of him is covered in scales, part of him is himself, and his eyes are rolled back, and you see no pupils, no iris, it's just pure white.
So, Cade, seeing this, would poke his head back around the corner ever so casually.
Excuse me, Ralph?
I think we have an issue. Can I borrow you for a minute?
1 second. Be right back. No worries.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. What's
He's broken.
what?
He's broken.
What do you mean broken?
Take a look. He's broken.
Ooh, ew, that's not right.
Can you step on his head?
I can step on his head.
Fix him.
You stab his head?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Nuts. Yeah, that's a good one.
18.
18. All right. You take 2 points of when you touch him, an electrical bolt shoots into your hand and it literally pops away. Now, and it knocks you back a little bit. Okay, yes, shocking, my dear. And you actually don't take the 2 points because the dragon little figurine that they gave you absorbs 2 points of elemental damage, if you remember correctly. So you feel it run through your arms, and then you feel it ground into that little thing. But you let out a little kitty yelp, I guess. And you're rubbing your hand.
Are you okay?
It shocked me. Don't touch him. Can
I wasn't planning on touching him.
can I try and heal him?
You can. What are you going to do?
I thought that's what the hitting me in the head was for.
She has a couple of different versions.
I'm not gonna. I'm
One
not gonna-
requires contact and one
Yeah, I'm
doesn't.
not gonna touch you this time. Which one is that? That's that one. And healing word.
I shoot him with an Eldritch Blast. Oh.
Wake him up. So
Nice.
4, 5, 6, 7. No, 5, 6, 7. 7.
So 7 points of healing? Okay. So you cast a spell on him, and it doesn't seem to help him that much.
I think there's an issue with spells. Spell casting.
You also notice that when you cast the spell, and it's first level spell, it feels a little harder for you to cast a spell, but it works. Okay, you feel the spell goes off normally, but you can feel it takes a little more of your energy to pull it in. It's not like it's just natural, like casual. It just feels a little harder to pull it in.
I relate that to him.
Okay.
Really? So is there just like some debris or some trash that's somewhere down that alley?
Sure.
Cade's gonna stretch his hand out and go and try and launch off a blast at it.
Eldritch Blast,
Mhm.
which is a cantrip?
Yep.
Okay. You cast it, and it works fine. But in the back of your mind, you felt that you don't feel the presence you've always felt in the back of your head. Okay? There's like always been, ever since you became a warlock, ever since you had that incident, you've always felt present, and you've started noticing that the difference is that you don't feel that. And it's as you've gotten farther, in, it's gotten weaker and weaker.
Okay. Look over at Morale.
Yeah, something's not right here. I feel disconnected.
I do too. It's weird. It's like my hair's like standing on ends
Well,
now.
what do we do about him?
I have no idea how to help him. I thought for sure the healing would kickstart him.
I just wanted to shut him up. So,
It worked.
Well, if the healing doesn't work, I mean, I can't. I've got cure wounds, but obviously that won't do anything.
Yeah, don't touch him.
No, I won't. We could take him to the head of Marina.
Gotta touch him.
heart.
The heart of Marina?
Mhm.
Okay. We could take him there. That might.
We can't touch him.
And
Take out some
What is-
rope and like
Fine.
where is your bear? What is that?
That's our bear.
That's. Oh my God! What is wrong with the poor man?
Yeah.
What happened?
I think it's bad drinks from
From the flaming
from the whatever flame.
heart.
Passing
The
flame.
passing flame? I don't think so. That is not like anything I've seen. That is horrible. The poor man, has he done this before?
Not
like
Oh my gosh! What What are you going to do? What does he normally
that's
do?
an excellent question.
You
yeah,
said the heart of
this is
Morena.
usually not a problem. So
I've never seen something like this happen.
no, me neither.
Oh my gosh. Well, get him into the. Take
You
him in.
can't
We put
touch
him in a
him.
bed. What do you mean you can't touch him?
If you touch him, you get shocked, like an electrical or elemental shock.
Well, that's not good.
No, I agree.
Well, what do you intend to do with him? You can't leave him here in the street.
I mean, why can't we?
This is where he sleeps.
Well,
Maybe he'll sleep it off by
Does
morning.
anyone have a rope? We could.
I
tie
say
it to his
Found
foot.
it.
Kate's already
Tie it
tying a
to-
noose.
To his foot and drag him?
I told you never was
erect a
going to
little
die.
tent over him, and he'll be fine in the morning, I'm sure.
you mentioned the heart of Morena. Perhaps the gardeners there and the growers could help them. They are
Gardeners,
healers.
growers, what are you talking about?
Well, the heart of Morena.
What is that?
That is the temple out by Lastimus.
Marina.
I don't know how you're going to get him there.
Can we get them to come here?
They can't really move the temple.
Ow.
But the
I guess I
people
gotta
can
take
come
one for the
here and
team.
bless him or whatever.
Well, it's
got a
about, it's
Do you have a
Yeah.
cart?
I don't have a cart, no.
Okay, where can I get a cart?
I
should
don't know. You just came off of a caravan that,
Can we get,
they're
do
busy
your
with their
horse
carts.
People have carts?
The Bargazette, we could ask.
I got a goat.
I don't think your goat will work.
Probably not.
Let me go find one of the Bargazette. I'll see if I can find maybe a cart or a.
I go out and
Spare
tell
horse.
people sadly that the bear, that we couldn't find a bear locally, so we're going to have to postpone our show.
let the
But
cat
I'm-
lady do something.
I'm
What you
happy
got,
to do
lady?
something.
Well, what
And
you
I will
got?
plop down and let go.
Oh my God!
She made more money in her show than we made in ours.
Make it rain.
We're going to hell.
This show really did take a turn. You thought this was about
I didn't know what I was.
magic.
Nobody knows the trouble I see. So, you get a few copper pieces, a couple silvers, you know. But
While this is going on, Kate is legitimately back there with some rope, trying to tie it around his feet and being
Okay.
as casual as possible about not trying to touch him. So it's like he
Roll
takes
me-
it and drags the rope with the loop down past his feet like he's walking past his head to try and fish it
you're
foot
gonna
up.
use your mage hand.
No. I
Okay.
was not even thinking of it.
Okay. Well, then roll me a sleight of hand.
He's using a mage hand to unbuckle somebody's pants, but like, here's
At
an
the
important
same-
thing. We gotta do
14.
this ourselves.
14, you're fine.
Okay.
All right.
So
So,
as soon as it's looped around his foot, and Cade realizes this, he's going to take and pull it tight, and he's going to start dragging his body out from the...
just out in the street.
Yep.
All right. Roll me a strength check. 'Cause that's a dead weight. You're
Wait,
a
and
halfling.
he's still half bear, half
Yes.
scaly, half.
Well, that didn't work.
So you're pulling on him. 7. You're pulling on him, but he's not budging. You know, he actually grew a little bit, so he gained probably about 60 pounds in the process of
That
trying to
makes
turn into the
sense.
bear.
Oh, God.
About 20 minutes later,
No more potatoes.
Pan comes back with pole, and you know they come running up, and he's like, "Oh, what?"
Cade's got rope like snakes
I'll say.
all over the alleyway, just trying to like see if he can.
What are
wedge
you
one way.
doing? What is? Pan told me you have problem. What happened to your?
That.
Oh my gods! What happens to him?
I don't
I've
know.
never seen him do this before. I just met him. I guess he was trying to turn into
You
a bear.
do the changing thing. Was that what he was trying to
It
do?
looks like he was trying to wild shape,
But why can he not?
but
Is he just not as good as you are?
I don't know.
Well, see, let me tell you.
But
We
I'm-
were at this bar earlier,
I see.
and he had a whole lot of drinks.
And something to smoke.
And some stuff. Yeah, that's right. He was
We
smoking.
did. They did try Lenweed today. I don't think
I
that
don't
should.
think
Does that mess
that's
with
what we
magic?
got here.
No.
Hey,
I
this
haven't-
looks serious
I've
problem.
had more
Yes.
This man could
You
die.
should have heard the noise he made.
fun. It's quite
Oh, he
awful.
looks like he's in pain. Look at his eyes. Oh, I don't. Oh my gosh. So she says you need wagon to take him to the heart of Mirena.
Yes, please.
I think,
And a really big horse.
and the really big horse for who?
Was gotta get him up on it.
We don't put him on horse. She says you shock. We don't put him on horse. You have to get
Pull
him
the
into
cart.
cart. We put him in cart. Yes.
We've got to pull
You
him.
have to have a horse to pull a cart to put him in so he can get there very, very easy. Why do you people not understand me?
These are your friends.
I've just met them in all
I
fairness.
see. They did good. They did good in the past. They don't do go so good in town. Okay, I just saying.
People
saying.
confuse me.
Yeah, I see. Yes, I will be back. We will help you with this. Yes, we can do
Thank
this. You're welcome. You're
Hang
welcome.
in there, buddy.
So he goes and he gets a cart, and he comes back, and they're pulling the cart, and they've got a cart and they've got a couple of horses, and his brother Pan is with you, and he says, "She will guide the cart, and I will ride, and I brought horses for two of you. Okay? Can you ride?
Barely.
I can ride.
You can ride? Cat
Sure.
lady rides. Yes, that is good. No, that is very good. So, I think we'll be in a hurry. So,
Let's go.
Shane's still pulling the rope, trying to pull him
So,
up on the cart.
and
We all help.
Yeah, we'll get in there. And you need to
I'll pull
maybe
the rope.
mage hand one end, and we'll
he
grab
can't
the
lift
rope.
much with the rake.
It's
Lift
10
more with
pounds.
it.
Oh,
And he's a lot more than 10 pounds.
Yeah,
A
definitely,
lot
definitely
more than
not
10
more.
pounds.
So he's being like ragdolled up there by one leg.
And
Yeah.
Mole, his brother Mole came with him, and so they will help you. And you're going to tie ropes. Your plan is to tie ropes around him and lift him up with the ropes.
Just drag him onto the cart.
Or
Angle
even
the
just,
cart,
like,
drag him up on the cart. Pop the
we-
cart back down.
Yep.
If you can just loop one like behind his neck and under his arms, and just like lift him,
They're
you
just-
know.
they're
So
just-
he's just
She's trying to be
I
careful.
don't know about tying a rope anywhere near his neck.
And
not tiring.
you
not
take
tying,
you
just
actually
kinda
take
looping.
8 points of damage being loaded into the cart. They drop you
He's
on your
fine.
head, and you know
It's either
He
that
won't
or you
complain
take
about it.
damage getting shocked by him.
That's right.
So
we won't tell him what is going on here.
we'll heal him back up. He's got to be healed
Right?
anyway.
He'll be fine.
We go now. We hurry. Yeah, we hurry. We should be there before sunup, I think. So, you take off, and he says, we pushed very hard, not too hard. But we get your friend to, and are y'all going to do anything, try to do anything for him while you're going?
No, Cade's just gonna bitch that he already paid the 3 silver.
You owe him 3 silver.
That's fine. I'd go through his pockets, but I'd get shocked.
Worth it.
Well, you've got something that'll absorb some of that. You might be able to.
I don't know that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I just saw the cat go, ow!
So, y'all are traveling down the road, and you're making pretty good pace. Nevi's condition really doesn't change that much. It's almost like he's gone into anaphylactic shock, and all his muscles are constricted. And when you're looking at him, you can see parts of him look dragon-esque, and parts of him, again, look bear-ish and furry, and then parts of him look human, and it just is really distorted. It's like it's all melding together, like you put a dragon and a bear and a human into a transporter and beamed them somewhere, and what they would look like when they came out.
I'm never drinking again.
Seriously. It's whatever y'all smoked.
See, drugs are bad for you. This is a life lesson.
Don't do drugs, kids.
So, y'all are
Do all the drugs.
That's right. So y'all are making good time. It's been probably about 6 hours, and you see a glow in the distance. Okay, as you're traveling, and it gets brighter as you get closer, and it's off. Probably about a mile. Off the road. And he says, Paul says, yes, we are coming up to Lastimus. You see the heart? That is the heart of Morena that you see. That glowing thing in the distance. And you can tell, you can't really make out from, it almost looks like a mushroom, like a giant mushroom, okay? But it's a real flat mushroom, okay? You're in Alice in Wonderland. Okay, and so you get to Lastimus and into the town, and you turn right, and there's a road that runs through Lastimus, and he takes you through that. You don't really see anybody out and about because it's, very, very early or late, depending on how you look at it, and you start heading down the road. And as you get closer to this thing, you realize that it's massive. It's probably a few hundred feet across. It's probably 40 feet up off the ground, and it's a huge crystal, glowing crystal that looks like it's a flower. Okay, you can almost make out petals, and it glows. It glows. And as you're riding along, you can see that there's a crystal building off to the left of it, that it reflects the glow off of the flower, and it looks like it's all got flowers and roots and vines and things all in the walls, all up and down it, and it is also crystal. And you can see it looks like there's little crystal flower gardens underneath that giant flower, up, all basically covered by the petals that reach out, expand out over the plain. And you don't really see anybody out and about. And he says, I've never been here. I'm not sure what to do at this point. I guess we go. I don't know where to go. I guess you don't know where to go either. And I guess you can't say nothing, sir.
Go to the temple.
We've never been here.
I see.
Find people?
Yeah, that is good idea. I don't see anybody. I guess we go knock on door. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
knock.
I pull up, someone go knock on door.
Cade runs right on up and starts rapping on the door as quick as he
Okay.
can.
All right, you rap on the door as hard as you can, and it's closed. You don't really when you're hitting it, you're hitting crystal, and it kind of hurts your hand a little bit because it's not just a smooth surface. It's all bumpy from vines and flowers, and when you get right up on it, they look like they're alive. Okay, they kind of flex a little bit, like they're not solid, and it's kind of weird. You're just like, this is very weird, but you are pounding on the
Yes,
door.
because Cade is Russian. That is very weird.
This is very rude. So he stops the horse and he gets off, and he just says, hello, is anybody here? We need help. We have
Help.
persons injured. We need help.
Help.
Hello?
We have a cat.
Hello?
So, a few minutes, later, the door opens up, and you see a tiefling open the door, and he's wearing green robes with yellow trim. Can I help you?
Our friend was injured. Something went wrong with him. On some magic or something here. We're new to this place. And every time we try and touch him, it shocks us. We were told you guys could help.
I see.
And it's kind of an ugly sight. I mean, he wasn't pretty to begin with, but it really got
It was
bad.
really the smell.
Oh, Yeah, let me come look. Okay, and he walks out, and he's got his horns curl back around his head, red complexion, and you see his little kind of tail sticking out behind him, and he walks over to the wagon where you point, and he looks at him and says, "Your friend is in bad shape."
Yeah, we know. That's why we brought him here.
And what caused this? Do you know?
Well, first off, we were going to put on the show, and he's a bear. And
Don't
then I'm
tell
supposed
the
to tell him
tricks of the
exactly what's
trade.
supposed to happen. And he's supposed to do it. And then people pay us in order to be able to do this. So it was a really cool show.
What
But he
does
walked
that
around the
have to
corner.
do-
Well, I'm getting there. And he walked around the corner, and all we hear is, "Ah!" And it just went bad.
Could anybody explain it to where I could understand?
It-
If I'm going to wake the gardener, I need to know.
It looks like he tried wild shape, and something didn't go right.
Yeah, what she said.
Okay.
Isn't that what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So-
absolutely.
Is he a druid or is he
Yes.
wizard of some type?
I only just met him.
I see. And you said
Yes.
to the druid?
One of those. Something.
Oh,
I don't know.
I see. Okay.
He is something.
I got you.
He yells at a goat really good.
Well, I think the
And
gardener.
he eats a lot of potatoes.
That's
Lot of
probably
potatoes.
it right there. Potato poisoning. I've heard of that before.
Really?
Yes.
That's a thing?
No. Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
But I'm just grasping at straws here. Let me go get the gardener. He's not going to be pleased getting woken up so early, but I think this requires his attention.
Please.
So I will be back. So he shuffles back in, and he goes in, and he's in there for a little while. And he comes back out, and he says, the gardener will be down here shortly. And he says that I've told him a little of what's going on. He says that he will attend to it shortly. So a little while later, fairly shortly,
I'm pretty sure plants is what got him into this problem in the first place.
a wood elf comes walking out of the door, and she's got green, again, she's got green trim, green and yellow trim, wearing a large pendant with a flower, and inside of a sun. There's a sun and a flower petal on the inside. Yeah. Okay. So, let me see what we have here. What? He says it's a grotesque mutation of some kind. And I love this voice. It's going to annoy the heck out of me.
It'll be interesting to see how long you can keep it.
I'm wondering that myself. It's probably going to change to something else real quick.
It'll be fine until he has another similar voice, and then the two
Right.
are going to mold
No.
together to form one mega voice.
Mega voice. Well, let me see what this. Oh my gosh! He tried to change shape.
Yes.
And
we
this
believe so.
happened?
Mhm.
I need to know more about this situation before I can make a decision.
Okay. He was.
I was told not to talk to you. You
He
Kate's
tells
looking
it so much
dejected.
better.
that may be true, but do you want to heal your friend?
Yes. So we do this show.
Can I have the condensed version? I have no idea how important time is.
Lots of screaming, problems, shocking.
Supposed to be turning into a bear.
He was supposed to be bad.
This is what
But
we got.
this looks like bear. It's not a bear man pig. It's a bear dragon man.
Yes, that's the problem.
Broken.
And if
Let me
you
see.
if you touch him, you'll get shocked.
So he's generating electrical field of some type. Well, where are y'all from? Your accent accents are different, and
We're from
Milady?
the mainland.
I don't. From where?
The mainland.
The mainland.
Yeah. Get it past it. He needs help.
No. Y'all are extinct.
No, we're not.
You're supposed to be extinct.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
I've got tons of cousins. Heck, I was one of 10.
You were wiped out in the Vanishing.
The Vanishing?
Okay, I know that you're having problems with this.
I need to get a cure. I need to know the symptoms. I need to know everything there is to know about him.
He's rude. He doesn't bathe.
That
That's
isn't.
Parkinson's.
Kind of fat. And did I mention he was rude? He can change shapes. And he eats lots of potatoes.
If I am to heal him, I have
Oh
to
yeah,
put
and
him...
he yells at my goat.
He does like fights. Don't forget the fights.
Okay, but what is pertinent
yeah.
to his condition? Not his condition as far as what kind of person he is.
Oh, see, you weren't on it.
But
You were
his
telling me. What,
physical condition
Well,
and his
He was trying
magical...
to turn into a bear.
he's
That's
a half elf, and now he's
If it
Ah.
matters, he had tried Lenweed for the first time.
For the first time.
For the
Lenweed would not
It
do
wouldn't.
this.
It didn't. I didn't expect.
now
it
he
to,
did do
but-
4 shots from the.
Yes, he did have quite a lot to drink, but again,
Barrel?
I've never been.
Okay, we have... We have a Krenishaw.
A what?
We're not supposed to... A Krenishaw?
What's
you
that?
are a Krenishaw.
No,
A cat person.
I'm a tabaxi.
Tabaxi. I've never heard that word
I'm
before.
I'm just gonna continue to remind you, I'm dying in a cart while he's fleshing out what he thinks she is.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to... I'm trying to figure out... I have to put him in the proper garden for healing to take place. And I don't want to put him in the wrong garden.
It's gotta have lots of weeds. Onions.
There's something you're withholding from me.
What do you need to know? What is it that you're missing?
I don't know why his magic went wrong.
I don't either. We're not from around here.
Where are you
We're from the other side. The mainland.
The
Down the
mainland.
mountain. Came through the pass.
You're Fernians. That explains a lot. So,
I mean, I got fur. Furry?
Fernians from that other place.
Those people are weird.
Okay. You're adjusting to Melanor.
If that's adjusting, I don't want any part of it.
No, that is terribly wrong. It's something else is trying to come out. Melanor's bringing something out in your friend that was latent inside of him for some reason. It is like he's been overwritten. Part of it is, and he's in a struggle. Okay. Bring him with me. Come, follow me. And she starts walking towards the
Yeah,
giant.
mule, yeah.
and Paul says, "All right, we follow Lady. Let us go." So she starts walking towards the giant flower, and as you get closer, you realize how immense it really is. And as you move under its petals, you feel better, for lack of a better. You just feel a little lighter and easier. Your step is a little easier. You notice that just being under the petals, that Nevi's muscles relax a little bit. So she says, "I think we need to get to the root of the problem." So she guides you through, and you can see that what you thought were gardens are actually crystal structures of flowers, okay? And some of them are like corn. Some are wheat. Some are just roses or tulips. And she leads you to one that is all roots. It's just roots intertwined, growing all through. I think we need to get to the root of the problem here. Take him.
One at a time. Like this.
Would you put him into here? And basically, it's open on one side, and it's just 3 sides, and it comes in a little bit, and it's probably about 10 foot
We
in
can't touch
diameter.
him.
Well, that is a problem now, but you're going to have to.
Well, we unhitched the cart.
Well,
Backwards.
yeah.
Is your friend not worth a little pain? And Paul says, "You wimps, what is wrong with you? Your friend is dying? Is this how you treat your people in Fair Run where you come from, you
Wait,
furries?"
wait. Let me think.
Cade jumps up on the cart and just shoves him off.
All right, roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, that's not a nat one. Okay, that's a 7. So, Constitution, that is 11.
You take 4 points of damage, and you actually, so 2 of it's absorbed by your little crystal pendant, so you take 2 points of damage. Okay, and you shove him out of the cart, and he goes crashing to the ground, and you take 2 points of damage
Excellent.
from hitting the ground. Okay,
I'm down 10 hit points.
you people, and Paul grabs onto him, and you can see he's being shocked,
Yeah,
but he's got a hold of him.
I'll
And
grab
he's
the
like,
other.
Pan,
other end.
give me a hand.
Yeah.
These morons will not help their friend. And
I've got him.
I'm kicking from the other end.
Mage hand.
roll me a Constitution
Oh.
save.
His belt comes off.
Your mage hand is gone.
Where's mine? 14.
14. Okay, you take
Alright.
3 points of
I
damage.
grab his ankles.
All right, you can even heal yourself. And what'd you roll your save?
9.
9. Well, you take 1 point of damage, so you
Okay.
take no damage. And y'all drag him into the garden. That is very good. That is very good. Very good. We will leave him there and let him rest. And we will let Miranda do her magic, and she will pour out her blessing upon him.
Who is Marina?
That is a long story.
We've got time. We gotta wait for him to heal anyway.
Come, let us go back to the temple. And so she, walks and leads you. And you see the tiefling is kind of, been following along, just, watching and not really doing anything except by the command of,
What she says.
by what she says. And so, and she says, "Well, my name is Census, and this is Brock. Let us go, and I will explain to you, perhaps maybe give you a better understanding of what is going on here right now. Are you all from
Yes.
Faerun?
Yes.
And things seem weird here.
And you, my dear, have a problem.
I do.
You need to quit."
Oh, well. Working on that one.
"Yes.
Perhaps
You'd wish to stay here at the temple. We can help you with that."
I wouldn't mind a nice little kind of spa day.
It may take longer than that. That is not an easy habit to quit. But we will discuss that. So, everybody but Nevi comes back to the temple. And she opens the door, and you go in, and it's a rather sparse room. It's not really very big. It's probably about 20 by 30 foot. The temple itself looks like it's about 80 foot by probably about 60 foot. actually probably, but anyway, this room takes up a good part of the front, but it's not big, and it is most of all the furniture is wood. You don't see really stone anything. There's a lot of crystal, and it looks like it's grown crystal. Everything has a flower motif to it, and she goes and she sits down on one of those, a long bench. It's very sparse. It almost looks like picnic tables, except they're just benches. Okay, and there's 6 of them in the room, and there's 2 doors leading out, and that's it. That's about it. You do notice that there's some areas in that a lot of sunlight. The morning sun is just starting. The sun is just starting to come up, and as the rays of the sun, come across and hit the building, it starts to light up, and as it lights up, you can feel that it's like the building lights up too, but not lights up like illuminated, but just like
refracting the light through the crystals.
that, but almost like the petals start opening. Okay, and some of the walls, sections of the wall start to open a little bit, and it's like windows are opening up in the building to let the light in.
Interesting.
And she says, morning is such a beautiful time, is it not? When the sun breaks the horizon and just brings everything back to life. I sense life in you, too. Do you feel different? Is there
I
something?
do feel different here. I don't feel right. There's just something not right.
Yes.
I feel disconnected from the cat god a little bit, and just
But perhaps, see, you've been separated from where you come from and what you know. But that doesn't stop you from growing. You can adapt, and there's magic in the air. You just have to embrace it. Yes, you can no longer feel your cat god, you said, but feel Morena. Feel the life of Morena. And I know, I can sense that you can feel her.
Who is Morena?
Morena was the goddess of life, of agriculture. Back when we had gods, the gods have been separated from this place for almost 1,000 years. It's been
Wait.
centuries.
Wait. So you're telling me I can't even pray to my own god Helm and get an answer?
Have you ever gotten an answer?
Yes.
Okay. I don't believe so. Your God has no power here. Though I have noticed that, and we have felt it, that perhaps some of their powers will be able to penetrate. We have seen clerics come through before. Some have been able to draw their energy, depending on who their god was, from Morena. This is what's left of Morena. Even though she's gone, the crystal, the heart, still emanates her power. Her power comes from all life. It comes from being pulled in from the fields around us and from us as we pray to her. It regenerates her power. It's a circle. The circle of life.
No, see, we
And it
tried
starts
this.
raining.
so the cat god is not a very forgiving god. I don't think he'd be very pleased.
You will notice that the farther you get in, the more your powers will deteriorate.
That's
There
not a
are-
whole lot of incentive for me to go any further in this place.
There are ways. There are ways. if your cat god is who you wish, you keep your heart on him. I do not have. There are crystals. The way that when we leave the temple and we travel, our powers weaken also. But we take artifacts with us that are imbued with her power. And we carry them. They pull in. It's almost like a focus, if you will. It focuses
Like this?
her.
And he pulls out that little sword shard.
Oh. That is very fine
This
quality.
came to me in Ferran.
I do not know if that is a particular type of crystal that will do that. I do not know enough about that.
How can you find out?
Well, you could go to Stendar. He could tell you if he would see you. I don't know if he would see you, but he could
Stendar.
tell you all about that.
And where can we find the Stendar?
He is a tower, not far.
He
From
is a
here.
tower.
He has a
Oh,
tower.
okay.
He is really not far. But he tends not to see now. Perhaps you could interest him. But he hasn't left the tower in centuries, and he hasn't really seen anybody.
We've got a man-bear dragon. Maybe that'll interest
I'm
him.
hoping by morning, I'm hoping by later this evening that you will not have a man-bear dragon, but you will have your friend back. He did not seem that he was too far gone. I do not know what it is that's trying to come out of him.
So you're telling me that if I take one of these special crystals with me wherever I go, I'll be able to connect to the cat god.
I'm not sure that you'll be able to connect to the cat god, but you might be able to connect to the nearest source of energy that the cat god gave you.
Okay. Where can I get a crystal?
They're all around.
This special crystal. Not just any old crystal.
I do
Not
not.
no crystal.
I do not know.
Yes, I am. It's my precious. I don't tell anybody about my precious.
My precious.
My precious.
Cade, pickpocket, sir. No.
Don't touch my precious.
I don't know where to tell you to get the proper crystal to get what you want. Morena deals in life and divination to a point. We watch, we listen, we pull in, we assist, we help where we can. Being a cleric yourself, you are very rare. You are very rare. Don't lose that. Pray to your cat god, though I don't believe that your cat god will be able to hear you or see you here. So you may have to figure out what you will do while you are here. But you should be able to. And your powers will stay with you for quite a while. And you will never lose your basic powers. Okay? But as you become stronger, when you try to pull in stronger powers, those may elude you. And occasionally your powers may fail. But it's only when the magic that permeates the air of Melanor, it will help empower you. But again, as you struggle to pull in greater powers, that is where you will run into trouble.
That's why we haven't pulled up.
I think perhaps you have traveled hard. Your friend is resting. Perhaps you should rest. He will be out for some time. I will tend to him shortly. if you are famished, I can provide you with some food. If you just require a place to rest, I have a room that we can accommodate you in. If you have more questions, my day is just starting. I can assist you in anything else that I can to help you in this. A centaur opens the door and comes walking in.
And they think I'm weird.
And the centaur is covered in crystal tattoos. Okay, from head, I mean, just his whole upper body is covered in crystal tattoos. And he's got long, flowing golden hair, and he's wearing a crystal, a goblet. And she looks over, and it's a female centaur. And Sensis says, Shregansar, what brings you out? Mistress, we have something that requires your attention. Okay. Brack, will you please see to their needs? And it has been a pleasure meeting you. And so she goes back with the centaur back into the back of the temple. And Brack, is there anything I can help? Let me show you to a room. Do you require food?
I'd take a bowl of cream.
Cream?
I don't think I want to eat anything here anymore.
We don't have cream.
You don't have cream?
No.
Who doesn't have
It's the
cream?
most elusive food in
Seriously.
all of Dungeons and Dragons.
This place is vegan. I mean, it's it's pretty much all they have are plant foods.
Almond milk?
Yes, I can do that. We have something similar to cream, if you
Okay.
would care to try it.
I'll try that.
And she
Show me a cow. I need another.
another one. And she brings out a bowl of creamy, it's kind of like got a bluish
rice pudding.
tint to it, and you try it, and it's
Ew.
very sweet, and it's creamy,
Blue milk from Star Wars.
and it's actually quite tasty.
Okay.
At least it's not the green
Thank
milk
you.
from Star Wars.
Oh, you're welcome.
What is this called?
It's root of the pasta.
Root of the pasta.
Rick's writing that.
I know. I gotta.
Because he just made that up on the spot.
Of course, gotta come up with vegan cream.
Hey, you made that necessary.
I did, but they're not gonna have cream. So, and so anything I hear
We call it silk.
you eat potatoes.
Dude, you can't talk to me. I'm a knocked
Oh, that's
out-
right. Never mind.
I'm knocked out in a crystal
Yeah,
cave.
I know. Finally, thank you.
I don't have much of an appetite, although I am dead tired.
Yes, but she told me that there's something specific I need to be giving you,
Oh.
and so she goes and she brings out it looks like grapes, okay?
Okay.
And she says, "You need to start eating these, my dear." And
Okay.
she hands you
I'm your
the
addiction.
grapes.
Take them and
Stop! It's poison!
Grapes to cure an addiction. Okay, cool. So I start eating them.
All right. And you, my short friend?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
I had salted pork earlier, and that was before all this happened to him. I'm good.
Okay. So you get done eating, and you can. She shows Brack, and Brack will show you to a room because y'all haven't slept. If you care to sleep, and she shows you to a room, and there's 4 beds in the room. Okay, and there's the sun is coming through the room. Do I need to close the?
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
I can sleep through it.
Okay.
I can sleep out there.
I'm okay.
And so you can
Just
pull your
leave
sheets
one,
up over
one
your
of
heads.
the windows open.
There's only one anyway.
Okay.
So, and she says, "Well, we will see you later." And so y'all can take a nice little
This
rest.
is the moment
You
where
can-
this is the moment where Cade first lays down and goes, "Crap! I paid him 3 silver."
But this is a much nicer bed. And you get a long rest. So
Ooh.
everybody gets a long rest. Okay. And you wake up and everybody is refreshed. Okay. And everybody feels so much better. And you didn't realize, but you've slept all day. And
all
it's
night
yeah.
till the
And
next day.
it's yes, you don't realize how much sleep and how restful, and it was incredibly peaceful.
That sounds awesome.
And you dreamed of fields of golden grain and just running through the grain, and there were beautiful flowers, spring flowers, and a light mist, and all of y'all had the same
Same dream.
dream. And the
This has
sun
happened to us before.
the sun was shining on you, and it was just sparkling as the light drizzle fell down, and you could just see the light beams reflecting off of in very colorful ways off of the water as it baked down, and you just felt peace. And you see your friends, and you never can quite get to them, like if you approached them, but you're always like the same distance apart, but you wave and you smile, and it's like, oh, it's no big deal. But just an incredible sense of peace. And pretty soon Brax comes in and says, have y'all had plenty of rest? Have you? No, I'm sorry. I know the voice. People are probably going, what the heck is wrong with this guy?
Yes, it's puberty.
Immediate ball drop. Gosh. That was great.
So,
Catastrophic testicle failure. I mean, come on.
it's a good thing I'm not a voice actor. I'd get fired on the
Oh
spot.
man. I feel
So,
Yes,
much
yes, much better.
um,
Wonderful rest. Can I get more of that root of the pasta?
yes, we can. And the lady and your friend requires you. Okay, Nevi, you have woken up. Okay, and there is an elf sitting on a chair next to you, and you were just laying on the ground. And it's not really, it's roots. You're laying on crystal roots, and you have this dream of storms. Okay, it's violent, and all through this dream and these violent storms, they're just piercing, and the lightning is piercing your body, and the next thing you know, you realize you're flying through the storm, and you look back and you've got blue wings reaching out to your sides, and you are just, at first, what was pain and just agony, and you were just twisting and turning, and the winds and the storm. Pretty soon you start feeling the winds in your wings, and you feel like you're getting control of it, and all of a sudden you start feeling exhilarated, and you can feel the energy pulsing through you, and you start climbing, and you see a little faint sliver of sunshine up in the distance, in the midst of all the storm, and you start focusing on that, and as you're focusing on that little ray of sunshine, it starts growing a little bit, and you can feel yourself getting more control, and you can feel you're starting to be able to actually control the lightning a little bit that's flowing, been pouring into you and just hitting you and causing pain, is now not causing pain, and you are able to buff it, and you start climbing towards this ray of sunshine. And you're climbing and climbing, and the exhilaration, and this, you start feeling this joy and just energy, and you feel like you're getting control of it, and that maybe this isn't the end. For a while, or you were wondering if you were going to die, and you're climbing up to this ray of sunshine, and then you feel like you should open your eyes. And you open your eyes, and you're laying on this bed of roots. And there's an elf sitting next to you. And she's got a rod sitting in her lap that's just entwined with roses. It's a crystal rod entwined with roses. And she's just staring down at you. And she's sitting on a chair that looks like it's grown right up out of the ground, all of roots. And she says, "Good morning. How do you feel?"
I'm a little sore, but where are we?
"You're in the heart of Morena."
Oh, good. I wanted to talk to you.
"Really? I'd hoped I'd shut you up for a while." "What did you wish to talk to me about?"
I'm missing someone. Oh, God.
"Perhaps you should get yourself together first."
How can I do that? And I try to stand up, sit up, whatever.
You're dizzy,
Yeah, I
and
figured.
you kind of fall back down. "Give yourself a minute. You've undergone a transformation." And you notice, too, while, you kind of fall down, you put your hands up to you, and then you look back at them, you turn them over, and you've got bluish scales running all over your body.
Well, that's not a bear.
No, it's definitely not a bear. You were hoping for a bear?
That's the last thing I remember was trying to turn into a bear, and then this blue gunk started appearing on my arms. Looks like that didn't leave.
That's something that was inside of you that has come out.
I've seen my insides, some of them, and most of them are red.
It's a different kind of inside of you that I'm talking about. An essence, a power, a source, if you will. I believe you will find that you have powers you didn't know about. You've undergone a transformation. It's quite unusual, though. I have heard of these things happening before from people crossing into Bellinor from this Fey Run place that you come from. But never so dramatic. Somehow you are bound. And I also saw something else while you were undergoing your transformation.
And what is that?
You've been marked.
Marked?
Yes. You can't see it.
Marked by what?
You have a mark of a Tamaris tree.
Tamaris tree?
Yes.
Who's Tamara?
It's a crystal tree. I don't know how you came to be marked, but you have a mark.
What does this mark do?
I don't know.
Then what
And I don't
do
know why you have it.
What is a Tamaris tree?
It's a crystal tree. They are a number of them. They come from the glistening wood primarily, and they've been planted around Mellinor in certain places. They're very rare. I have seen one in my lifetime. And more than that, I really can't tell you, don't know. But
do you know where the closest Tamaris tree is?
no, I do not.
Where's the glistening forest?
The glistening wood is at the edge, which is it's down in the Aurelian Plains. Actually, it's in the forest, but it's a
Tell
long
me.
way away,
A
and
long
you would.
way. That's what I was looking
It
for.
is, and you would never find it. Well, I
It's
don't know
kind
if you
of
have a mark.
glistening, right?
It is glistening, but funny thing about the glistening wood, you can't see it. But enough of that. You would never. Well, I don't know what to tell you because I've never seen this mark before. You don't know how you came to be marked with
I
a
don't even
Tamaris
know
tree?
that I am marked. What? I don't even know what that means.
And she hold out your wrist. And she takes her wand and she points it at your wrist and she moves it over it, and you see a faint glow of a tree. It's crystalline in nature, and it's like a tattoo almost. And when she pulls the wand away, it disappears.
I knew I drink way too much.
This has
Okay.
nothing to do with your drinking.
Somebody gave me a tattoo. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
Do I have one on my lower back?
At least they put it on my wrist.
But we have things to attend to, and I may need your services too.
What? Hold on. What things? And how can I possibly help you?
Well, I think we should get your friends involved too. Do you feel good
They're
at?
still here.
Yes, they
Oh.
brought you here in the middle of the night.
I guess
from
they're
Renee.
good friends. Okay, let's go meet them.
Are you feel okay to stand?
I don't know. I try to stand up.
Roll me a Constitution.
14?
That's good enough. So you're able to stand.
15.
15. Okay, you're able to stand, and you're a little bit weak, but you feel okay, and you feel, even though you feel weak, you also feel powerful. There's just you can feel an inner power in you.
Man, I don't know what it is, but I feel there's kind of been a burning in my chest for forever. It's gone. That's interesting.
Where did that burning come from?
Bad potatoes.
Well, I don't know, but it's kind of clearing up my voice too. Well, this is wild. Okay, where's
So,
the little filler?
okay, so
I owe him
follow
some
me.
money, I think.
So she leads you back to the temple, and you go in and you see your friends sitting around a table, and she's lapping up some kind of bluish, creamy stuff. Okay, and the other people are eating oats, grains, and berries, or whatever it is that you're going to.
I'm a halfling. I'll eat anything.
Okay, so they're eating, and they look up and see you see Census walk in, and she kind of
Oh,
walks
how's
in,
my
and
friend?
behind is Nevi, and he's kind of walking. He looks a little slow.
Do I recognize him?
You recognize him, but you notice there's a blue sheen about him now, and as you look, you make out that there's scales, just the faintest of scales on his arms. And
So that's not going away, is it?
No, it doesn't look like it.
What did you do in that alley?
I attempted to turn into a bear, and it did not work.
It
And
did not work.
do they have vegetables and stuff sitting out?
Yeah.
So I sit down and I try to take a bite of potato like I normally would, and I spit it out. It's disgusting to me.
okay.
Are we sure this is him?
No more bears shows for any of us anymore.
But it works.
I try to
Apparently not.
lick the potato a couple.
What'd you do to my friend?
Apparently, do
I
you
healed
have
him.
anything that
You
bleeds?
did more than healed him. What?
No, I'm not. No.
That's not right.
Hey, do you have any of that salted pork left over? I'm guessing I'm gonna need to try that.
Your friend.
I'm looking kind of sheepish. Like,
Do I give him? Yeah.
I'll open up my little pouch and pull out some and hand it over to him.
And yeah, I eat it instantly. Like, I'm a little shaken by a
I'm
lot of
very
different things
shaken.
right now.
This isn't my friend.
This is your friend.
No, he smells different too.
Oh, he is different. I don't know what differences you're going to find, But a battle went on inside of him last night. And this is the part of him that won the battle. I don't know why. And she kind of looks at all three of you and she says, "Do you mind if I see your wrist?" And she holds out a wand and she rubs it over, and a little tree looks
Where'd
like
that
a
come from?
crystal tattoo.
What did you
on
do
your
to me?
wrist. And she does
Why'd
it to you too,
What'd you do to
and
me?
your wrist also lights up.
Ooh, I've
Why
got
are,
one
you,
too.
why are you giving us tattoos?
You are all marked by a tamaris tree. This is very unusual. How did this happen? Do any of you know?
I'm feeling like this conversation happened already, but what's a tamaris tree?
Can I make some kind of like insight roll to see if I remember the dream that we had before?
Okay,
Like
sure.
anything about it?
Sure. Everybody can roll an insight. You can. too.
Would I have? Because
It's a pretty solid
I don't know
16.
what dream this is.
An 8.
An 8,
A 10.
a 10. Okay.
Dice have turned.
Slowly they turn, inch by inch. So,
The longer
you
you're
don't
in the casino,
remember,
the more likely you are to fail.
okay? But you have a vague flash of insight of a tree. You've seen a crystal tree before, and that there was a storm and a storm, and that's about all that you remember.
You know, now that you mention it, I do remember seeing a crystal tree one time.
Where?
I think I dreamed about it. Just before I started coming to Melanor.
Maybe you.
Huh.
I don't know. Perhaps. But I need your help now. Y'all are all deputized. Am I not correct in that? You do carry the crystals.
Yeah, I am. I noticed you have a tiefling problem. Is that what this is about?
No, we don't have a tiefling problem. Brack?
I was
is
told
I
at
was
the start of
wondering
this
about
game
that
that we
too.
couldn't be tieflings because they're all evil. So.
I understand. No?
I understand you've been infiltrated. Is that what you called in to accomplish?
No, if you wanted to play a tiefling, I
No.
wouldn't. I don't know if I'd let you play a tiefling because that would have been too destructive.
Oh no,
but
my tiefling would have been awesome.
Tiefling bard.
I
yeah.
would have been a tiefling warlock.
So what are you now?
I am a sorcerer.
Yeah, but what
Dragon
race?
blood.
Dragon blood.
I'm still half elf,
Oh, still half elf.
but dragon blooded sorcerer.
Okay. Okay.
The storm has roared out of him. So
Yeah, we are deputies and happy to help. I guess. I mean, if we're marked by your land of some glowing tree, I mean,
Well-
this heart saved my life.
yes.
There's no question that whatever
Oh,
you
that
have.
is quite true.
There's no question that whatever you have
I
for me,
don't-
I'm all in on.
I don't know what you would have turned into had you not come here. You could have recovered and just been some sort of man
Yeah,
dragon
bear elf?
pig. Yeah.
Whatever,
Bear.
whatever it
Man,
might
bear
have been,
dragon.
it's not that way, and
I'm
I'm feeling more like myself than I have in the last 4 years. So what do you do?
We have seen that there is a necromancer that has found an ancient artifact, is on his way to recover an ancient artifact.
Is it One Ring? Please tell me it's One Ring.
And
Is he going to Dol Guldur?
no, there is an ancient tiefling temple in the hills, not far from here, that has been buried for aeons. And we have seen that he is traveling there with the intent of recovering this artifact. We ask you, and we actually command you by right to help us in this. But I really don't wish to command you because that is not as powerful as a willing people. He must be stopped. and we need your help. You are the closest people that could potentially stop him from recovering this artifact. Is this something you will help us with?
I think it sounds like a fair trade.
No good.
The sleep
deed
is
goes
good.
unpunished.
Well,
You did save big guy over here.
Right.
I'm obligated to you. What direction? And how many horses can we have?
We thank you. We do not have horses.
Well, this makes it more difficult, but
Um,
I used to be able to, do things to make myself faster, but no longer.
yeah, I know. I actually wish we could accommodate you in that.
Is
But
Pole
you're-
still here?
No, Pole left.
No, well,
Yeah.
jerk.
Yeah. He
You
did
did
some.
what we needed.
Yes.
He did what the NPC in the plot needed.
He
to
said
do.
he had to return. So it's probably a half a day's walk. And time is of the essence.
So you're saying it's a day.
At least.
Can do you happen to have any of these robes?
Robes?
Robes. This armor is feeling pretty heavy on me right now.
Oh. Yes.
I'd
You
prefer
wish a
something
robe?
lighter. Yeah.
And so she has some green robes with yellow trim that she will give you. And I will
flashes with your blue scales. Just saying.
It does a little bit.
I will give you some things that I can part with for. And she gives you some bread, okay? And she said, this bread will heal you. And she gives each of you 2 of the pieces of bread, and they act as a healing potion. And she also gives you, basically she gives you all their little berries that they have a crystalline sheen to them, and these are basically good berries. So she gives
Jawbreakers.
each of you 5 good berries. Okay? And for you and your journey, Miss Brown, she gives you a tulip. And she said, this will help you for now. And it will help you stay in contact, hopefully with your deity.
Or at least be able to tap into the local energies.
You will be able to pull in, especially from Morena. And she gives you a bag of these grapes. And she says, you need to eat these regularly. They will clean out your system. You're welcome. So, with that, I bid you Morena speed on your journey and health, and please succeed in this. The artifact must not be allowed to fall into his hands.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
Okay. Half a day's journey, you said.
Yes, I know
On
that
foot?
he's a powerful magic user that deals in the arts of necromancy and death, which this temple was dedicated to. So, y'all head up, and you travel. She gives you directions.
Half a day journey.
Yep, you take the half-day journey, and as you're traveling, you can see that there's some wagon tracks. You come across some wagon tracks that look very fresh. Everybody roll me a survival check.
nice. 21.
21. Woo!
10.
10.
Not great.
Blackjack! Would you roll a 1?
She's napping.
7.
Oh, 7. Okay. You can tell that the tracks are very fresh, and you see a very large human track and a wagon with a horse pulling it, and a very large humanoid tracks, and a pair and 2 other. They look like hooved, bipedal hooved tracks. And you start following these tracks, and they're heading in the direction that you intended to head. And you start to come up and crest a hill. And as you come up and over this hill, you duck down because you make out two figures standing in front of a hill up ahead, and there's a wagon in front. And it looks like a donkey or a mule is pulling this wagon. And they're cloaked figures, and they are basically sitting on the back of the wagon. And you can see that part of the front of the hill looks like it's been dug away. And you can see two look like tiefling statues on either side of a door. It's basically been tunneled into, and there are two partially uncovered tiefling statues on either side of this door. And the door is ajar. And it is there that we will call it an evening. Thank you for staying with us. Went a little bit long, but we will see you next time on Piercing the Crystal Veil. Thank you.
Keep on adventuring.
Keep on adventuring.
Keep on adventuring.